Good evening, boys and girls. This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We will be sexist. We will offend you. But there will be magic, and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening on WTF Nation Radio.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Do you ever have one of those moments where you think, how the hell did I get here? Jeez, what happened to me? I was ruling the galaxy, had a cherry new battle station. I mean, this place had an omelet bar, a straight-up omelet bar. And now look, my former intern's tossing me down a bottomless freaking pit. You know, come to think of it, my whole life has been a series of what the moments. That was my out.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I looked my woman in the eye sockets. I told her straight out. I just said it, man. I said it. I said.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
I said, bitch, I'm the man of the house.
You said bitch, though. You called your wife a bitch.
Yeah.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
What's going on, guys? How you doing today? WTFNationRadio.com on the Monday edition with Ice and Cuss. Cuss is still on break for a little bit, and then she'll be back. So you're gonna have to deal with me and the a poorly bearded impersonator, fucking KJ. Hi, KJ.
Hey, Ice.
Yeah, Cuffs is better looking than you, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm the king of the Wubby tonight, so life is good.
To say, woo, man. Okay, so anyways, it's fucking Monday. I totally fucking hate Mondays. Totally fucking hate Mondays, dude. In a way, it kind of gives me a chance to cover some of the story. What's up, Arkansas? Or Kansas? What's up, Arkansas? It gives us an opportunity to go over what the events are during the weekend and then hear what's going on in the news, because that's when all the crazy shit happens during the weekend. And then it's one of those things to where you just kind of have to realize that, holy crap, there's some crazy-ass shit going on in the world. They're just saying. For instance, I guess last night there was some drama going on at the Emmys. That it wasn't I guess they said it wasn't the Emmys. It was like the Democratic National Emmys.
There was an Emmys?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't fucking know what it was. So, anyways, apparently there was an Emmy event, and there were some trophies given out because everyone gets a trophy now to include people who make crappy movies. And I'm just like freaking thinking, damn, there was Emmys last night. I'm like, holy crap! What's the deal? I don't even know what's fucking. Let me guess. Game of Thrones won all of them because everyone's all up on the Game of Thrones tip and shit. Is that the case? Is that what happened? Is that the? I mean, I don't give a fuck about Game of Thrones, so I really don't. I don't know. Tell me, did Game of Thrones get it? Yeah, Hollyweird, exactly, Dale. Nobody was really being specific, but it just seemed like everybody was out there making fun of, obviously, D. Treasy and what was going on with I guess the world or whatever he was saying, and all this other drama. I'm like, okay. Yeah, I guess they got. In other words, the whole thing was what was being reported, of course, was the fact that it was a 3 hour fucking, yeah, those things were like 3 hours long or some shit like that on TV. And it was a bash fest. Everyone talked about just fucking bashing Trump. So, well, I mean, again, I didn't know there was one on there, so you could have, told me that there was a show and there wasn't, I guess. I don't know. Did you catch that shit?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I can understand, like, I was following it a little bit while I was at work last night, and I'm cool with Alec Baldwin winning his award because he portrayed Trump in a satirical manner. Perfect, and I appreciate his jokes afterwards. It was funny as shit. But every motherfucker, well, we need to do more about this, and President Trump, it was just fucking the parakeets and the parrots were all out in force last night.
And
it doesn't fucking matter. Patriots won. I don't care.
Who?
The Patriots. You know, we lost first game of the season. We're going to the Super Bowl.
Exactly. Bunch of overpaid actors. I don't fucking get it. I don't understand what was everybody's. You know the way I see it. If you're making millions upon millions of dollars on a fucking contract to fucking make a movie to entertain us and shit like that, then make the fucking movie to entertain us. Don't be hypocritical. Make a movie about shit that you want to make a movie. Entertain us. Don't fucking sit there and discuss the world of matters when, and especially due to the fact that some of the actors and actresses on there suck. And there's a lot of melodramatic shit going on in there that really does not. I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. I want to watch a movie to be, or a TV show to be entertained. Nowadays you're just gonna have to go to fucking porn to be entertained due to the fact that it's not entertainment anymore. You know what I mean? TV's not entertainment. You just can't. Oh, what do you want to watch tonight, honey? Oh, I think I'll watch some porn. Oh, yeah, great, because whatever fucking movie TV show's on right now is sucking.
I mean, you could find better plots in porn nowadays. So,
well, you got the pool guy scenario, the pizza delivery scenario. You got the mechanic scenario. You got now.
No.
You have a recruiter scenario.
We have advanced porn now.
Oh, it's advanced.
We
porn.
have. We have Storm of Kings, a Game of Thrones parody.
What?
Oh yeah.
What the fuck is that?
The Deadwalkers are coming.
The what? Oh yeah, and then Walking Dead. Did Walking Dead get anything last night? Because there was so much politics going on, I didn't even notice. I didn't know it was. I didn't want to see, because it's almost like a lineup for sports. You want to watch a game, and you want to see the lineup, and right now, like you were just saying, the Patriots fucking blah, and they need to do this, and they need to do that, and then they whatever. And okay, cool. Oh well, the Chiefs and the Lions and the Raiders and the Chargers and the Rams, yeah, and they go over their stats, right? Well, you kind of want to know who's fucking just on the, who's playing this shit, who acted, because you've thought, and there's some actors and actresses on there that. I mean, being that I'm more of the old school Hollywood aficionado. I like the old school films, which now are considered offensive, so you can't fucking watch anything now without anybody getting butthurt. I don't even want to mention I don't even want to mention any of the movies that I like, because I don't want to be labeled as fucking racist and being anti whatever due to the fact that I don't know. Everybody was gonna say, "Oh, Ice is racist because he likes to," Guess it. Tell me any old movie that you can name. As soon as you say Humphrey Bogart, he hits bitches. So see, you're misogynist, Ice. You can't fucking watch that. You're. What's the other term? You're a male chauvinist. You're not fucking. You don't support women. You don't. Oh my god.
I mean I think the best Emmy that was awarded was to RuPaul Charles up for RuPaul's Drag Race for the best reality host.
Yes, I agree. I like that show.
Was monumentally important, boss.
I like that show. I mean, me and Mike Golf were talking about this, about having a, no pun intended, a transgender caucus to go into to discuss those type of issues. So that way we want to get down to the, down and understand what that community is all about. So they don't have any true representation. So instead of being considered like a fringe group or something like that, then maybe that's what they should have. But yeah, the RuPaul's Drag Race actually is a pretty good reality show. Like me and Mike Gall said last week, dude, I didn't know she was a chick or a dude. Until saw her walking around like a dude. You're like, wow.
Never to take you to the Philippines.
That's
boss.
a dude.
You're
no,
not allowed to take you to the Philippines.
No way. I'm not an Asian. Sorry. Hey, I'm not saying that. It's not a racist thing to say I'm not attracted to a specific group or of whatever if you want to say, because then you say that now. It's just like type of women that you want to be with or type of person that you want to be with. It's not that you're being racist or something like that to that specific woman or that type of woman. It's just that's just not your type, right? I'm not going to sit there and argue this fact because it's an end-around question that someone will say, well, you're just being misogynistic and Antifa and blah, blah, blah. So, what I don't think should be considered is the fact that you don't put your politics in something that has nothing to do with politics. Now it's if you want to watch a TV show or you want to watch something that has nothing to do with politics think about this, David Attenborough's fucking Wild Kingdom. Here we have the extraordinary creatures of the wild, and it's all Trump's fault. And you're like,
I want to see him do a commentary on the modern political animal.
Yeah, exactly. What's the political animal of that is important?
I got one for you.
Truck, you know what I mean?
Behold the Orange's Julius.
The Orange's Julius. This
he leads the herd through a method of mating called tweeting.
Tweeting, yes. And he proceeds to grab them by the pussy. Fucker Trump. So, so that's what it seems like. That's what it seems like it's happening. That's what it seems like it's happening. Now you can't watch anything now. There, fuck Trump. Yeah. Oh, I thought I was watching a cornflakes commercial. Nothing can be said anymore without somebody getting the ass about anything anymore about the president. I just want to watch TV. I just want to be entertained. I just want to watch a TV show or a movie that hasn't. I want to be, sci-fi or action or a drama or a thriller. I'm surprised it didn't have any fucking. I shouldn't have said that because now there's going to be a meme out there with fucking Trump's face on Pennywise's fucking head. It'll be huge. These balloons are huge. These balloons are huge.
We'll build the best boats that float in all the subterranean tunnels.
We all float down here.
But only if you're legal.
Excuse me. Today's show is brought to you by Tecate. Yes, it's I want to watch something to be I want to watch a movie, and then if I have an actor that I think it's almost like singers now. All the entertainment industry is all fucked up. The only people that really like to trash everybody, I'll be honest, I know it's kind of weird, is that it's the hair country, the country music awards. They do the same thing, but they make fun of everybody who's making fun of everybody, and they make it more I would say more American, but they do their pro and against everything either. So it's just kind of funny that you can't watch an award show that has to do with giving an award for something. Well, and what really blows my mind is these people are getting paid to lie. These people are getting paid to study a role, and some of them don't even memorize lines because of their status. Because some director or producer doesn't want to get pissed off, and they don't want to get the ass about something because this, God forbid, some fucking diva that's there doesn't want to fucking hear it. And, it's okay. You don't have to memorize your lines. You're good to go.
My favorite, and there's a show I love watching called Adam Ruins Everything. And the entire basis of the show is whatever deep cultural thing we have, which you think is because of this, it exposes the truth. Or something that is just completely horrible, like the healthcare system or fucking whatever. But he ruined the entertainment industry and how all these fucking shows that go to the Emmys and the Oscars and the Billy Ray Cyrus's or whatever the fucking other shows are, they don't have to fucking appeal to the public. They just got to fucking appeal to about 400 people in Hollywood that vote for it.
And that's
they're gonna throw
too.
lavish parties, and gifts. And...
Hey, you know what? So are you saying that the Emmys and the Academy Awards, it's almost like the electrical didn't have much beer, right, Ice?
Can we not talk about electrical?
Yeah, exactly. Are you talking about the Electoral College? Are you talking about the Emmys and the Academy Awards are like the Electoral College right now? And the popular vote doesn't get them? Is that what you're saying? Oh, how dare you say that?
Oh my God.
How dare you say that? Maria is now Cat 5. She's coming for Jose's burrito. Entonces, pues, agárralo, Maria.
Okay, the hurricane thing.
Hurricane. No. Let's go back.
Telenovela.
Yeah, exactly.
Harvey left Irma and ran into the arms of Texas, while Irma ravaged Florida. Maria is close behind Irma, furious, and Jose is crying in the Atlantic. Tune in at 7 and
exactly.
see what happens.
Otra vez en Telemundo. Miércoles. Entonces, pues. And fucking Jose's drunk off the goddamn coast of the fucking, what is it? He's off the coast of Georgia, like swirling around, not knowing what kind of storm to be. He's just twirling around. So, yeah, it's one of those things. It's just one of those things to where nothing you could watch now is. As a matter of fact, I think if you time it right and you just start changing the channel, you just time it. You can just say "Buck Trump, Buck Trump, Buck Trump." You know what I mean? Because everyone's fucking. Because everyone just fucking. It's. I want to watch a fucking movie. I want to see who's the whatever. I mean, don't get me wrong. I am by no means an expert in anything, but if I want to, plunk down my hard-earned internet money to illegally download a film, I want to make sure that I am getting what I want to get what I'm paying for. I am not condoning anything about illegally downloading or something like that. I'm just saying it's just in case I were to get a link that someone sent me and say, "Hey, Ice, check this out." Then I just want to say that. I didn't want to really get into the point of that. But I saw the movie It, and that was pretty good. If you're not seeing that movie It, that's awesome. Yeah, so, again, I was hearing all about... And I'm glad I didn't even know, Mom said I didn't even know it was on. I didn't even know it was on at all. It was driving into work, getting out and... getting ready to do some PT, and here on the radio, the Emmys last night was talking about Trump. The Emmys last night was talking, and then I guess Sean Spicer came out there and was totally trolling Trump, and I'm thinking, I thought they were cool. I thought they were buddies and shit like that. What happened? I mean, what was the whole deal with that? I don't get that. If you work for somebody, I mean, just be loyal to the fucking people you work for. I mean, anyways, that's a whole another fucking story about that whole administration and the staff. But going back to what I was saying, if I want to watch a fucking movie, now let's move into the portion of fucking the NFL. I guess the NFL had the worst ratings ever.
That just tickles me pink because people are moving on. And the next generation is getting old enough that don't want to watch American football.
It hurts. No,
it hurts, but
why do you think
sports and what people like
sports
fluctuate.
Sports requires some level of physical fitness that our today's youth usually lack. But my point being is that everyone's making a bit. Look. You're gonna watch football. You're gonna watch football. I don't care about. That's not why nowadays. It's just so it's not a fucking argument. I just don't go to the beginning of the fucking game. It's because it becomes a fucking stupid ass nut drill of why are you not doing that? But God, what's up, Julianne? But God forbid you say that dude should stand up or that dude he has his right to sit down. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Any point or any side of the argument becomes vitriol for no fucking reason. First off, you're not making that money. Second, they make way more money than us. And third, I want to watch football. You know what I think should happen? I think the stadium, what they should do is they should postpone the game. Like say for instance, I own, what was that stadium you was talking about? Raymond James Stadium down in Tampa? Say I own Raymond James Stadium. and we got some fucktards that don't want to stand up for the fucking Pledge of Allegiance or the fucking national anthem. Then I, as the owner of Raymond James Stadium, will tell every fucking team that plays there that since you guys want to throw little tantrums and beat bitches about this, we will go ahead and do all the show festivities, and then we'll just open the gates and let you come out on the field. We won't do no call-outs. We won't do, ladies and gentlemen, playing tight end, it's blah, blah, blah. We won't do any of that shit. So we won't do no fanfare. We will do no fucking that, and that's what I would do as the owner of the stadium. I'd say, okay, fine, bitches, you want to cry about it and throw a temper tantrum, then we'll do this. We'll have all the funds and parties and Americas and national anthems and having all the festivities out and all that. We won't show any of you guys coming out to the field. We will just open up the doors and y'all can just line the fuck out, and that's it. Exactly.
There's an interesting current belief about football, about the NFL and its ratings. And it's that the product is bad, and not football in and of itself, but the first couple, like last week and this week, both were disappointing games. It was not oh my God, Kansas City beat my Patriots. Oh, it was meh.
Wait, did you just say
I wasn't excited?
Did you just say that Kansas City beat Patriots?
Yeah, did they beat the Chiefs last week. Didn't the Chiefs beat them last week? Yeah.
Good job, Chiefs.
That's something that normally in like 3 seasons ago, I would have freaked the hell out. I've been, oh my God, what the hell is going on? Brady, what are you doing? Whereas now it's just, nah, I'm not worried about it. It's not a huge thing to me. And you also have on the other end of the spectrum where you have right now, it's a shitty lineups. It just looks like a bunch of shitty games. You have people that are boycotting actively because of, oh, here he comes, Colin Kaepernick.
Who's
because he is unemployed.
Yeah, good.
With quotation marks.
Serves
They're
right.
boycotting.
Yeah, so what? So then fucking do it. Fuck, man. It's $1 billion fucking industry. Who gives a fuck, dude? Do you know what you do with fucking fleas and shit when they fucking come in your house and you put powder down and spray and kill the infestation? You want to be cancerous to something? See, it's like a fucking party. It's like a party pooper. It's like somebody who's always fucking moping. I don't need to hear your shit. I'm here to play fucking football. I'm here to watch football. I got beer, wings, jerseys on, chicks running around, hanging out and all that stuff. I got Baby Ice at my side, and we're all just rocking and rolling. And because I'm his DD. But the thing is that you gotta you go there to have a good time. I don't care about all that crap. So if you're gonna be that Debbie Downer, it's almost like the NFL players right now are like bad drunks. They're like the drunks that get all butthurt and shit when they drink that you gotta fucking babysit. That gets all fucking butthurt and then ends up ruining a real good fucking night, and then you have to now watch this motherfucker so he doesn't walk into traffic or some shit, and then everybody feels sorry for him. It's okay, the NFL had a bad day, so he drank a lot. The NFL drank a lot tonight, and he's got issues going on. What are you talking about? He's got issues. The guy's getting paid fucking $18 million. Well,
not only that.
He's not really
Look at the
good
players.
Yeah, he's a fucking. Go ahead.
I'm going to use my team as an example. We have Dante Hightower, Edelman, two of our most popular players out. We have Gronk that is having to once again fill in holes. Gronkowski that is filling in holes, and Gronkowski, who's really good at being that filler, is getting overworked. You have Danny Amendola that got hurt. Chiefs safety Eric Berry. I mean, just last week, that first season game, Chiefs versus Patriots, it was disappointing. The game didn't end till after midnight. It was insane. It was long. It was drawn out. There was nothing that hyped me up for football because it was a slog. And when we lost, it was okay. Just like yesterday, we beat the Saints, but I'm not sitting there going, "Oh my God, we beat the Saints. Oh, Drew Brees sucks." It's a matter of, okay, there's nothing exciting happening.
There was nothing. Yeah,
because the players aren't there. The atmosphere is very tense. I can't drive by Nissan Stadium here in Nashville without rolling up my windows and getting ready for the worst because everybody is on edge all the fucking time.
Why's it gotta be Nissan?
Because I live in Nashville, dude.
Oh, Julianne, Baby Ice is with me. He's my little boy. he's very intense when he watches football, And so there's celery and carrots and sippy cups fine everywhere every time we go to Buffalo Wild Wings or we go to a sports bar to enjoy ourselves. But yeah. But again, my whole point being is that the NFL is being that bad drunk. Or being that one person you gotta fucking babysit. Mopey ass negative motherfuckers. That's what they are. Dude, there are individuals that wish they had that talent to do what they are doing. And then let alone get paid for millions. Oh, I'm so pissed off. Why, what's wrong? I only got $35 million this year instead of, what I really wanted to get. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe I'll go free agent. The Seahawks is offering me $100 million. Are you fucking for real, dude? They're talking just normal shit. Like, it's nothing. They're talking about millions of dollars. That's nothing. Meanwhile, there's people who are just wish they had the talent or wish they had the chance to come on to maybe do like walk-on stuff. And that's why I think the NFL, you got a bunch of prima donnas on the team that hate walk-ons because it'll show them up. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Oh yeah.
But nobody cares about the Patriots. There, I said it in the Facebook Live comments. Well, it's Patriots.
I care about the Patriots.
You care about?
You can go whine somewhere else about your team. I don't know how they did.
They won. But I'm just saying. But my point being is that again, NFL, they're bad drunks. They're the drunks you have to babysit. I have to. They're making me stand. And what's wrong with that? My question is, so what's wrong with standing for the national? What's wrong with it?
Because it symbolizes oppression.
No. Okay, now you're being sarcastic. But what is wrong with doing that? You say yes sir, no sir to your parents, if you had some, or you had anybody raise you, or you respect somebody that's raised you and mentored you, then you would respect that individual because they have, provided for you or whatever. Or you should be so glad and appreciative that you are in the greatest country in the world. Then you should be happy about it. I am not going to apologize for being American, unapologetically American. I will say this: if you're not happy to be in this country, I'm pretty sure we can provide some GoFundMe's to get you on an airline out of here, and they will fly you the fuck out. We don't mind. I don't care. But my biggest thing is that if you are if you're in a position, if someone said, "Ice, we're going to pay you." Wait, let me get this straight. Yeah, $45 million for 48 months or whatever the contract's going to be, or a 3-year contract. $48 million for 24 months of fucking straight NFL, and all I got to do is kick the ball because I'm a good kicker or something like that. I'm just throwing up a number. I don't really know how much kickers get. But then you want me to stand for the national anthem for all this money, and then if obviously it's one of those norms, then you're kind of like, yeah. Then what's the issue? It's almost like a company policy, because it is a company. You stand and pay respects. The National Football League. The symbol has the red, white, and blue and stars on it. If you didn't know that they were going to respect America, then maybe you shouldn't try out for the NFL.
I'm curious on something.
The Eagles lost. Yeah, I'm sorry. Eagles. What's up? What are you curious about?
One moment.
Oh.
I'm looking it up. Thank God for Google.
Oh, be careful with Google. Don't be the type that Googles and then immediately hits for immediate results. Because sometimes you'll be mistaken in a lot of shit when you do that.
Well, I'm trying to see if the 49ers are AFC or NFC. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Who cares? It's NFL. It is the National Football League.
I know. I was going somewhere with it, though.
Oh, okay. Well, while you're still going with there, yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah. Okay, got it. NFC. They're part of the National Football Conference West. The National. What the fuck, man? And that's where Kaepernick wasn't he? He was in the 49ers for a bit, before they said go away.
Yeah.
You know what the fuck you're getting into. And all of these little people that are whining and complaining and don't want to be part of the National Football League or their respective conferences, the National or the American. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
There's Canada is looking for players. Canadian
KJ,
football is starting to come up.
KJ. That's what I'm saying. My whole point of the National Football League is the symbol of it's the shield. What's got on the shield? Red, white, and blue. Stars and stripes, right? And that's a hint that you are playing for a team that's all about America. So what do you do for 4th of July? So if you don't like America and you don't want to stand for the national anthem, then I think you should have your 4th of July revocation taken away. Wait, didn't I just see you fucking post some shit on fucking Facebook about you not celebrating the 4th of July because you think this is okay, fine, you don't get it off.
That's great.
You don't get it off. I'm serious, if you want to hyphenate yourself and not have yourself on a position of, and again, I'm not even talking about religious stuff. I'm just talking about just straight up being a respectful American, being a citizen. That's all it is. Yes, even if the Eagles suck, or the Raiders, or the Texans, or the 49ers. Everyone's supposed to be representing America, the National Football League. Best believe if somebody fucking did a terrorist attack during a fucking NFL game, what do you think would happen? Would you not fucking stand for the fucking... Could you imagine when like Desert Storm first came out and Whitney Houston sang probably the best rendition of the national anthem I've ever heard? Because she was just she was just shooting from the hip. She just went out there and just sang it. She looked at the words like, okay, I got this. And she went out there and fucking belted that shit out. Best fucking national anthem during the fucking Super Bowl. And I don't think there was nobody sitting down. Oh, yeah, she was black.
But you got to think at the time, we didn't have this crazy division. And we've allowed ourselves and we've allowed major media to push that division. And I remember going to one of my classes, and that was a big topic of discussion, was Whitney Houston versus Roseanne and their renditions of the American anthem. And that was like, Whitney Houston still brings me to tears because it's just it's perfect.
Yeah, dude. I mean, again, she went out there and just sang it. If you see, she just grabbed the mic. She wasn't, and it was funny, she was wearing a red, white, and blue sweater. She just walked right out there, grabbed the fucking, give me that motherfucking mic. And she just grabbed the mic. And she was playing to the music that was being played through the speakers. She didn't have a fucking band out. She had nothing out there. She just went out there, just screamed it out. I was like, holy fuck. That's badass. How could you not? That's America.
It was perfect.
Yeah, it was. It was perfect. And I don't understand what the big deal is. You're playing something that, and you are a role model to everybody that does it. So now you're teaching a generation that likes football how to disrespect. I mean, guys, NFL players, you just can't go Ray Ricing motherfuckers that don't respect you. Too soon?
No, not too soon.
Yeah. So there's a lot of drama behind that. So don't go telling me that you're not going to freaking respect. Again, it's just, I don't get it. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird or something like that. Or maybe maybe there's we haven't been oppressed enough or something. Maybe there's not enough oppression. Is there enough oppression or something? I don't fucking know, dude. You can't tell me you cannot tell me. You cannot tell me that your life sucks so bad having a multi-million-dollar contract. So, you reap what you sow. You kind of, that's it. You get what you deserve. If you want to sit there and play this shit and not do that, and fine, cool. Don't get the yes when the company that you work for that happens to have the red, white, and blue on their shield and is the National Football League, then guess what? You don't deserve it.
Not only that, you're fucking inspirational to children. You are heroes to some of these children. And you're teaching them, no, you don't have to respect the country you live in. You don't have to respect it. No, you can kneel during the national anthem. You don't have to be a part of this. And that's what bothers me more, is there are kids out there that are seeing this going, that's okay. That's the fucked up part. Think of the kids, man.
Yeah. Well, think of the children.
Worried about little Stan, Eric, Kenny, and what's his name in fucking Colorado getting corrupted by this shit.
No way, dude. Like, oh well, but you know, no shit. I don't. I again. Yeah. So, anyways, I just don't fucking understand that shit. That makes a big deal about this stuff. So anyway, so yeah, so actors, Emmys, fucking Oscars, whatever. I don't even want to say what my favorite movies are. I have old favorites, and I don't even want to. Nope, don't even want to do it. Don't even want to discuss what these movies are, because then I don't want to be labeled a racist just because I like a specific movie from the 1930s or 40s. Because everyone's like now fucking pointing the racist gun. Yeah, I did say that. Ray Rising. Yes, I did say that. Yeah. But anyways. So moving on to the next subject. God. Hang on. This is I'm getting bombarded by messages right now, so real quick. I guess there's something breaking right now in Baltimore. Hang on.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, there's a shelter in place for 3 zip codes right now because
it's been lifted.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, I didn't mean to steal your thunder there, boss.
No, it's okay. It's all right. Yep. All right. Okay, so anyways, next subject. I was derailed by that. When I see breaking or flash or some shit like that, I was like, oh, fuck, here we go. What do we got going now? Because it seems like every time I broadcast something, something's going to be highlighted or whatever. So, okay, so I guess that's not happening now. Let's get on to the meat and potatoes. I can't believe some of the shit that I'm reading on the news. I can't fucking believe it. Unfucking real about what's been going on today. First off, Hillary Clinton. It's a news story, so I gotta talk about it. Because you guys don't like talking when we say, well, as soon as we say something about Fox News or something like that, everyone says, oh, fucking WTF Nation Radio falls Fox News, blah, blah, blah. No, this is actually on all the wires because she's out and about talking about how only women that voted for Trump did that because their husbands told them to do so.
What?
So, failed presidential candidate Hillary Clinton claimed this weekend that she lost the election because women, particularly white women, caved into pressure from the men in their life and voted for Trump. As opposed to women who don't have men in their life and not white women? Is that what you're saying? Because, of course, she is the modern feminist. She's made all the fucking circuits, all the news channels talking about how, because of that, that's what happened. Because, straight up. Now, she also blamed the Bernie Sanders crew for bullying Democratic women and avoiding the more moderate Clinton in favor of progressive, Bernie Sanders. Dude, are you fucking for real, dude? She's saying it's more complicated than that. I did win the women's vote, but I didn't win the vote of the white women. I got more white women votes than Barack Obama did. She can't believe she fucking said that, unquote. She fucking said that, dude. Does she now ostracize another fucking... What? Dude, where's she fucking from?
Arkansas.
No.
Her and her fucking husband are doubly jackassed.
We're jackasses.
At least Bill just sticks a cigar where it isn't supposed to be.
Bro,
Hillary just
you
makes
notice
an
he
ass out
hasn't
of
said
herself
shit.
every goddamn time she opens her mouth.
You notice he hasn't said shit throughout this whole fucking thing. He's like, oh fuck, thank God, bitch, you're not fucking charged, and then that's it. He's not there anymore. He's matter of fact, you don't even know where the fuck he's at.
He's just thrilled he doesn't have to go back to the White House.
Yeah. Quote, women will have no empathy for you because they will be under tremendous pressure, and I'm talking principally about white women. They will be under tremendous pressure from fathers, husbands, and boyfriends and male employers not to vote for the girl, unquote, she said. Are you fucking... She thinks we live in the fucking 40s and 50s and shit? What the fuck is wrong with her, dude? She's making these outlandish comments that are just... She's like reaching... She's grasping for straws, man. She needs to fucking just pull that colostomy bag closer to her body and then just fucking walk away. We saw a lot of... During the primaries from the Sanders supporters, there were vile attacks against online on women. They were mostly women. The majority of his campaign headquarters were run by women. Literally had become.
Oh my God.
Literally had become a private site because there's no sexism. There was so much sexism directed their way. Are you fucking for real, dude?
First of all, why did you name your fucking support group the Pantsuit Nation?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean...
Exactly. I can't believe that shit. She says that the president needs to be contained. This is the woman that wanted to be our president. She's talking about containing our fucking... I don't give a fuck about Trump. I don't care. At this point, I don't care who we got elected. This is the biggest fucking sore loser on the planet. Holy crap.
Even fucking McCain and Romney were better losers. This is just fucking... This is appalling. I can't understand. I want to fucking read her book.
No, I don't.
I love fucking reading. And
you
I
don't have to
read
read her book,
what
dude.
happened.
You don't have to read her book. It's being played. The audiobook is being played everywhere. She's like a pretender Freeman. She's like trying to be like Morgan Freeman, but wearing the fucking pantsuits and shit. I'm telling you right now that I would not. So fucking dry and shit. I'm so fucking glad you lost. So glad. Thank you, voters. Thank you, America. I guarantee it had it been between... Because if you guys don't know what happened during the Nevada primaries, which was one of the last primaries for the Democratic Party to seal the deal for her to be nominated as the primary candidate, Debbie Wasserman Schultz was there ensuring that the party delegates of the nomination did not allow individuals from, I think, what was it, from Nevada? There were some other people there too. They were sped up. In other words, it was like, okay, it's time to vote, and then the votes were cast. But wait a minute, the polls hadn't been open. It's not been 30 minutes. There's an interesting documentary about Bernie Sanders because they literally railroaded fucking Bernie Sanders, big time.
And that's the horrible part is I didn't like any of the candidates, and I felt Bernie was the least detrimental. Because it was either division with Hillary, division with Trump, division with so-and-so, division with such and such. But out of the Democratic Party, just the Democratic Party, I felt Bernie was the least detrimental just from that party. Then again, I voted for fucking Johnston, so...
Gary Johnson. The man who doesn't know what Tripoli is. He sucks in geography. I mean, don't get me wrong. He had some good arguments. He did have some good arguments as far as some of the talking points away from what the standard narrative is, right? And then, well, what do you think about Tripoli? He's like, what's Tripoli? It's this Italian chocolate that you spread on your fucking bread.
Wasn't it Aleppo? Yeah, no, it was.
Oh, it was Aleppo.
It was
I'm sorry, it was Syria. Yeah, I'm sorry. It was Aleppo. My bad. I'm looking at someone's showing me some other shit. Exactly. Pardon me. It was Aleppo. Yeah, what's Aleppo?
Okay, so geography is not your strong suit.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
That's what I'm saying. He was good. He was good, but I'm saying, but he was good on the civic shit. But he was kind of exactly what's Aleppo? It's a fucking hippo with no arms and no legs. But yeah, he blew that. As soon as you were talking about going back and forth, then that's it. He blew it. So Again, whatever. All right, North Korea once again. Yeah, throwing their shits, talking about fucking launching their nukes and launch a second fucking missile. Again, or third missile. Dude, you know what? I don't even fucking know because they're so. Forget it.
All right, I'm gonna be brutally honest because I'm gonna share a personal moment here.
All right, go ahead.
I'm fucking sitting there in my van at work, and CNN reports a missile launch from fucking North Korea.
Yes.
And in that 15 minutes from CNN reporting it to actually it splashing down, getting the report that it splashed down, I was like, fuck, this is it. And I texted my wife and I texted my ex-wife to tell my daughter, hey, I love you guys. Because I was fucking legitimately like, oh shit. Because it's a day after UN and it's just, I was fucking nervous at that moment. This is getting out of fucking hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to fucking go over there right now. Like, I want to fucking... I'm ready to get the fuck up.
You ready to fight tonight? Is that what you're saying? You're ready to fight tonight? Arg.
Fucking send me with the Marines. I don't care. I'll eat crayons. I don't care. And I want to go fucking take care of this little fucking midget of a fucking shit stain of a prick. This guy is just fucking more gray hair than I need. I'd rather go deal with Jose in the Atlantic than deal with fucking Kim Jong-il and his bullshit.
Oh, come on, KJ. Just send Dennis Rodman over there.
Fuck that. You know what? I'll pull a fucking Robert Downey Jr. from Tropic Thunder, pretend I'm Dennis Rodman. I'll like get some liposuction because I'm a fat fuck. And then like, oh, hey man, what's going on? And bam, pull out the Walther PPK. No one suspects a thing. I'll take the fall. Everyone lives a safer life.
Oh, I'm just saying. Yeah, exactly. Fix the issue. Stop watching mainstream media. Yeah. So, it blows because North Korea has been pushing their shit because that little fat fuck has been doing his fucking missile launches and all this other crap. And every fucking time we talk about that stuff, or every time the government, they had like a fucking today wasn't today like a UN meeting?
Yep.
And what was the discussion of that? Sanctions. We will give you a letter. Oh, Hans Bricks. No. That's immediately what I fucking thought about. Oh my god. Exactly. Kim launched a fucking missile and the local news did not cut away because they were showing the video of Robert E. Lee's statue being removed in Dallas. Here we go again with that crap. Ready to fight tonight? First person to write North Korea sucks in the fucking comments wins a t-shirt. How about that? Oh, standing by. Not you, ass. WTF Nation radio families and associates are not authorized to win any of the contest stuff that we get. You're not part of it, dude. Nice try.
That guy's a fucking asshole.
Yeah, like dude, whoever he is, he just fucking tried to cock block everybody's fucking t-shirt. What kind of t-shirts are we talking about? Oh, I don't know. I can't tell you unless you put in North Korea sucks. But anyways, they're just, again, more worried about that shit than fucking anything else. I'm just so fucking tired of hearing about that. Yeah, hey, North Korea's launching a missile. Yeah, okay.
I mean, it's nerve-wracking, man, because they're constantly launching missiles, and I feel for the people of Japan because now that's 2 in less than a month that have gone over their country. Fuck, dude. That must be driving their fucking, not only leadership, but the people just like, oh, fuck me. What am I going to do? I'm fucking sitting here in fucking Nashville texting my wife and daughter, hey, I love you guys, because I'm fucking nervous. I can only imagine what fucking...
Dude, you're in Tennessee, man. Yeah, you're in Tennessee. Motherfuckers at the Fukushima plant and shit are like, oh, here comes more radiation. Sorry.
Hey, you never fucking know, man.
No, you're right. You never know. You're right. No, you're right. It's like someone who always keeps fucking pointing fucking a gun at you, and then it keeps clicking. One of these days, someone's gonna pull a gun. That person keeps pulling a gun at you, and then keeps clicking. It's gonna go off, and that's the same thing with fucking North Korea. I just don't fucking feel that we are doing enough. We are going to write you a very stern letter. Oh no, Hans Brecht, no. That's the first thing it reminded me of.
Oh, these motherfuckers at the Wall Street Journal. They just posted something 2 minutes ago. Oh no, I'm sorry, 10 minutes ago, and I can't read it, so I'm going to see if I can find it on an alternate source.
Okay.
Regarding SecDef Mattis and military options for North Korea.
He said there's options are always on the table. They all fucking say that. The military option is always on the table. Well, we always have options open. Military options are on the table. That's all they fucking say, dude.
That's all he can say. He can't fucking tell the guys, all right, we're going to kick some ass. He can't say that till the president and Congress say it.
No, wait, dude.
His hands are tied.
Let's just do like what the other Let's just do what the other ones did.
Okay, you lost me there. What other ones?
Yeah, the other president. What did he do? He just fucking did shit without he just did
Bush?
Shit. Yeah, no. Well, Bush and fucking Bush, Clinton, Obama. They didn't do shit. They didn't talk to fucking Congress when fucking it was time to do military action. They just fucking did it. Well, I'd say more so not Bush so much because he had the full support of the country after 9/11, but Obama, he didn't fucking care. Congrats, Doc Derek. You got the North Korea sucks. What does Doc Derek win? All right, Doc Derek, since you put North Korea sucks in the chat, he gets one of these fine T-shirts here. There you go. We have these shirts right here, giving it up, straight up. From United Hero Apparel. There were guests on here a couple nights ago. Again, pay attention to, I'll say it in the third hour, another phrase. And then, or I'll just fucking pick it. Fuck it. I'll just throw the fucking T-shirts out. Fuck it. But, anyways. So congrats, Doc Derek. Doc Derek, please PM your information to the inbox at WTF Nation Radio's Facebook page, and then provide that information to the front desk, and they'll be more than happy to get that information out and be good to go, ready to fight tonight. So, anywho, I'm quite. Hang on. Nope, already done. So, Doc, tell what shirt you want. The Flashbang or ISIS? Never heard of her. Pick a shirt. We'll give out one of those just to pick it, and then that's it. So either or. So you might get one or the other. I don't know. PM the page at facebook.com/WTFNR to find out, and then we'll get your deets, and that way we can then throw them shits at you. There we go. Shirt given away. Ah, God, dude. Turn North Korea into a kitty litter box. I don't think cats would shit in that fucking country if they wanted to. I think cats are kind of like food there, aren't they?
Yeah. And dogs.
And dogs and
rats.
Yeah, rats. God. One might hear there's some like cannibalism going on in their shit too.
I mean, I can either confirm or deny that information. You know, there might be
food there in that fucking country. So
you said something about cannibalism.
Yeah, well, I'm saying there might be. Just bones and shit.
Well, I mean, they're not getting any oil. They're not getting anything, in or out. So
you notice that Kim Jong-un and Hillary Clinton's clothes look the same. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and take a break. So
Jesus Christ.
No, just ice. Anyways, we'll be back. We'll take a real quick break. It's now top of the hour to talk more shit because I'm gonna talk about some other person who's gonna fucking piss you off. So we'll talk about that in a sec. Shots, and I'll see you back in a few. Shots.
You said you'd never ever break down, but here I am sweeping pieces off of the ground. You said you'd never ever play to crowds, but I've seen you hoping to play songs to them now. I've spent all night long, scared of tomorrow, broke my alarm. Everything's almost lost, pick it up slow, before it's gone.
Fragile.
Wish I'd have known.
I never thought I'd be so fragile.
You're not alone.
If it didn't break before it's about to,
We've been here before.
I don't ever wanna change. I'm fragile. I don't ever.
Some of the people appointed to give an opinion never do get it. I want you to come on and gobble a Jimmy and die. Need to be given the remedy and why critics are really the enemy and can't stand the way they slam today's gifted. Effing incredible, get fanned away with grants to pay. This gem well a scripted, definite impeccable. Right around, I'm gonna put everything in a flow. I'm the nine, I'ma look very mean when I fold. Scribe a line, but he has never been at a show. By the time it'll be better living in the stove. Cause they wrote another my lies, quotes stuck in my eyes. Amateur writer dissing. He's a beginner in hopes for your demise. Folks, I'm a despise, never do try to listen. It's real, I'm mad. Clueless when you scribble on your pad. How you gonna criticize with a chisel on your ass, sizzle in your ass? You don't really get why I'm so pissed. Understand this. Understand this. I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my Yes, I'm.
Tell me that my name is big as Venus, stupid during the Uranus. Tell me that your anus got your head in it. I can smell the articles and know you're heinous. Tell me that you love me, always thinking of me. Unconditional, I'm hoping I'm your favorite. Grab a fishing pole and throw me with a shark. That's the feeling I get when you're concentrating on this pen, on this bag. Tell me you willing to disown my craft. Tell me the feeling of picking apart this track. Putting my heart and my soul in these lines, telling me better than gold all the time. Looking to bury a deep hole for mine. This is more than you and this is more than you and your entire building. Slander and abusing what I call a realist. Coming from a student, told myself to use a poem as a Uzi. Empty magazine, I seen a magazine. You see my trigger finger, then I started shooting. That was nicotine, I'm about to smoke them all and turn and listen for all. You should've known my music. Wish I'd have known.
I never thought I'd be so fragile.
You're not alone.
If it didn't break before it's about to,
We've been here before.
I don't ever wanna change. I'm fragile. I don't ever.
was a terror since the public school era. Bathroom passes, cutting classes, squeezing asses. Smoking blunts was a daily routine since 13. A chubby nigga on the scene. I used to have the tray deuce and the deuce in my bubble goose. Now I got the Mac in my knapsack. Lounging black, smoking sacks up in axe and sidekicks with my sidekicks. Rocking fly kicks. Honeys wanna chat, but all we wanna know is where the party at. And can I bring my gat? If not, I hope I don't get shot. Better throw my vest on my chest. Cause niggas is a mess. It don't take nothing but frontin' for me to start something. Bugging and bucking at niggas like I was duck hunting. Dumbing out just me and my crew. Cause all we wanna do is hugs from the honeys, pound from the rough next. See my man say that I knew from the projects. Said he had beef, asked me if I had my piece. Sure do, 222s in my shoes. Holla if you need me, love, I'm in the house. Roam and stroll, see what the honeys is about. Moet poppin', hope hoppin', ain't no stoppin'. Big Papa, I'm a bad boy. Niggas wanna front, who got your back? Niggas wanna flex, who got the gap? It ain't hard to tell, I'm the East Coast overdoser. Nigga, you're scared, you're supposed to. Nigga, I toast you. Put fear in your heart. Fuck up the party before it even start. Is he drunk? Over Henny and skunk? Or some brand Nubian shit beating down punks? Bitches in the back looking righteous. In a tight dress, I think I might just hit her with a little Biggie 101. How to tote a gun and have fun with Jamaican rum conversation. Blunts in rotation. My man Big Jock got the Glock in his waist and we're smoking, drinking. Got the hooker thinking, if money smell bad, then this nigga big is stinking. Is it my charm? I got the hookers eating out my palm. She grabbed my arm and said, let's leave calm. I'm hitting skins again. Rolled up another blunt, what a Heineken. Niggas thought the loc out, a kid got choked out, blows were thrown, and a fucking fight broke out.
And on the cool check-in, center stage on the mic, and we putting it on wax. It's the new.
And we're back. WTF Nation Radio's Monday edition with myself. Ice Cuffs is not here. She's taking a break, but I got KJ on here with me, rocking the turret, shooting at the targets, and yeah. So,
don't lie to them. I'm just sitting behind the berm, raising them up and down for you.
We're whatever, dude. You're helping out. You need to fucking talk to me more, goddammit. I'm sitting here blabbing like an old man on the porch, and you're just sitting there staring at me like some fucking bunch of slack-jawed gawkers. Anyways, hey, the next story I'm going to talk about right now, it always kills us on fucking Mixer, and we always get complaints about it, but I don't care. I don't care, motherfucker, don't care. Where do I start? Bradley Manning.
Oh, here it comes.
Well put. Bradley Manning has said that that it was an honor to both be nominated for a fucking fellow and having to not do it because a member of the committee quit in Harvard. So here's what happened. Harvard, they offer fellows and all this other shit. I have no idea what the fellow program is because I am not part of academia. I don't do the college thing. I'm not school trained. I have the education level of a kindergartner. So there you go. There's legit. There you go. See, I'm not stolen valor. I am dumb. But anyways, when it comes to the education, I'm not, like I said, I ain't got no college. I'll take that back. I got some college. I just don't have I don't have the fucking, I don't walk around. I have a bachelor's degree and this, and I'm gonna do my thesis and blah 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 blah. Don't even do that. I don't care. So, anyways, what happened is that what do we call it? She, I guess.
Let's just call her a she. It's just easier.
Look, yeah, okay, whatever. So this dude says that just not a fucking traitor and is living in America as like a dystopian fucking novel. Speaking of the conference, I don't even like calling her she, but okay, might as well just go with
just
no, because even it was useful when it was killing bad kids. Anyways, she said it's not an American traitor. Then did the right thing after leaking more than 700,000 classified documents to WikiLeaks back in 2023. When asked by the reporter if he or she is not a traitor, Manning said, "No, I'm not. I believed that I did the best I could in my circumstances to make an ethical decision." Was sentenced to 35 years in prison after leaking more than 700,000 sensitive military and diplomatic documents. Came out as transgender while in prison, and then released after sentence commuted by the former president. Manning had her visiting fellow invitation from Harvard University rescinded after facing intense backlash from influential figures and fellows at the university. CIA Director Mike Pompeo withdrew his last minute from an appearance at the Kennedy School over Harvard over the announcement that Manning was to be visiting fellow. Pompeo sent a letter that Manning's an American traitor. There we go. Easy. I don't care what you think your right is to do in any of this. You are a fucking traitor. If you give 700,000 diplomatic cables and classified documents to WikiLeaks because you're pissed off at your supervisor because he made you come to work, and it got butthurt because the person you had a crush on was crushing on somebody else. Let's not even go into that details. You don't have that ethical decision made. If it hadn't been for the previous president, you would still be in prison right now. You would be serving a 35-year sentence. That's the only reason why you're coming out and talking shit. No pun intended. No excuse whatsoever for you to do that. I don't give a fuck what you thought was whatever. I don't care. Don't care. What'd you do? Why'd you do it?
Well,
why?
Let's look at what was leaked.
Well, let's look what was leaked. All right. 700,000 cables from diplomatic stuff. Now, the only reason why was because the individual was butthurt about what you're talking about, the Apache incident where the fucking guy put the camera on top of his shoulder, the Al Jazeera cameraman, and then the Apache lit him up. You're talking about that?
No. I'm talking about the Reuters journalists, not the Al Jazeera one.
Go on.
Yeah, there's a great video of an Apache that lit up 12 people it was very obviously a circle interview.
Okay, well, you're picking pepper out of fly shit. It was a group of journalists that put a fucking camera on their shoulder and
they shot
him up.
Then the cluster bomb. I mean, there's things here that were legitimately
wrong.
bad.
Like what? Do tell. You're talking about half of the fucking country siding against the U.S. underground-wise. This is during the time of the great fucking, before we had the surge, we had what was called the Mahdi Uprising with Muqtada al-Sadr, hubba, with al-Sistani from out of Iran, rising up against the American forces and all that shit from 2004 all the way up to like 2006, which is why the surge fucking happened. Because 3 years of crazy casualties. Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that one incident. Okay, what else? You know there are processes in place to do that. Okay, go on. Because
Yeah,
what else?
And I'm just saying the 7 things that really affected the Middle East. Like one of them, one of the cables had officials previously stated that there was no logs that existed civilian deaths since the 2003 invasion and occupation of Iraq. But one of those documents, one of those cables that Manning released, showed a 66,000 non-combatant deaths have been logged out of a total of 109,000 fatalities between 04 and 09. It's stuff like that that I understand there's a point people should not fucking know. And Manning is a fucking traitor for leaking these classified documents. It is. But there's still, I can see that person, I can see Manning where he's looking at these things and he had to make he felt an ethical obligation.
Dude.
And that's the headache here.
No,
where does ethics apply?
Oh, God.
When you're in that position?
Don't give me that. Where does ethics... Are you fucking for real? Are you fucking for real right now, dude? Are you telling me there's ethics involved in this? This is an order. This is law. It's already presumed that when you are under U.S. Code and Title 10 and Title 50 of said acts, that's what happens. You are required by law and you sign a non-disclosure agreement and you work in a specific facility that has signs all over it that says this is classified information, you will not reveal blah, 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 blah. That's it. There's no ethics involved. The ethical decision is reporting something that's really fucking bad. Now, the way the military works is that if there's something there's wrongdoing and it's high vis, then an investigating officer is appointed. That investigating officer under AR 15-6 or whatever regulatory investigation of all the other services have says specifically that appointed officer must conduct his investigation according to said service regulation when it comes to conduct under investigations. So when that happens, that's what's supposed to happen. Now, if there is any wrongdoing, which I'm not saying there wasn't. Don't get me wrong, KJ. I don't want you to misunderstand what I'm trying to say. There were some items that happened through the specific process that were highlighted, and those individuals were convicted of said activities of murder, of war crime. You know what I mean? But those processes in place when you're handling raw data, if you've worked in that type of community before, that's the way they deal with raw data, and they have analysts and everybody that go through, and to ensure that data is properly processed, and that's when it's identified, oh shit, that's not intel or that is intel. That's the way it works. Something like gun camera footage and stuff like that is already at the classified level to begin with, due to the specific systems that are displayed onto the HUD of the aircraft. That, more than likely, what probably would have been released later during that investigation, because the gun cams had to get turned in. So the gun cams get turned in, and then that's it. That's what fucking happens.
And even moving past the gun cam, it's just what was done. Like even we had people that got compromised and they had to get pulled out of wherever they were, and we had there's so many articles about this about what was done.
No, but my point.
What's in the article that we got, that was posted in our little chit chat for news articles, Manning is saying, she's not ashamed of being disinvited, and that if I can scroll down, where the hell is it? I'm walking. God damn it, fucking Google Chrome. Motherfucker. I hate Google Chrome sometimes. That her choice, that she wanted to change the tone of the conversation was a risk. Yeah, you dumb fuck, you went to jail. But she's walking out of prison and she sees the dystopian novel unfolding before her eyes. Which you helped create. You helped create that. But the division, she's seeing probably what a lot of us are seeing is the division and the chaos that is coming from so many people.
No, that's not how chaos works. Chaos is neither positive or negative. It is the sequence of events that happen as such that fall into whatever it decides to go to. You've heard of the theory of chaos. Oh man, a chaos theory. interesting chaos. Me and Doc Madness one time on and shot the shit about it a while back, but there's no chaos because it's a branch that is of dynamic. You know, everything is dynamic that is highly sensitive to conditions, and that's chaos. And so it's not specific, and it's not there's no chaos going on when that fucker walked out. It was fucking a clear day, and he went to go eat a fucking pizza or some shit and fucking tweeted it all over the fucking place. And everyone's like, oh my God, XY Chelsea's out. Hi. That's what fucking happened. There was no chaos involved. There was nothing dystopian about it. Tell me what is the definition of dystopian? Do we have George Orwellites fucking walking around here? And do we have the Ministry of Love and the Ministry of Truth trying to provide anything like that? I mean, not to get philosophical.
Don't go popping in 1984 because that's going to be so many.
No, but that's
so far from what we have.
No, but no. I am saying that's what he is saying. Pennywise is saying that. Okay, that's what that motherfucker.
Pennywise. There we go.
Pennywise. Pennywise is saying that. Pennywise is saying that. Is straight up saying that there's this dystopian and all this stuff and all this chaos. Well, first off, you little fucking private, because that's what his fucking rank was. You don't talk about fucking chaos theory or what's chaos, because that's not what chaos is about. It is again, not even going off of, man. Me and Doc Madness talk about this stuff when we were doing Sergeant's Time. We almost went to like fucking pre-calculus type shit, and it sounded like Rick and Morty episode. But it was there's no true definition. The definition that he's talking about chaos did not happen. The fucker came out. It was a nice fucking day, and then next thing you know, took a picture of his fucking shoes, and then Pennywise went to go get a pizza, and everyone was laughing with a glass of wine and telling him, "You have to have some Shiraz." Where the fuck they're drinking? That's what fuck. That's not chaos and dystopian.
Hold on. You're viewing it at a very individualistic aspect.
Am I? How so?
You are, because you're viewing it from just that moment, that individual moment, and that individual person or that individual group. Whereas, as a whole, and this is where I could see the statement of a dystopian novel unfolding. The key word is unfolding before my eyes, because the steps being taken by groups on both sides of the aisle, by extremist groups on both sides of the aisle, is dystopian. Where we have Antifa that is following the clear-cut method of creating propaganda and discrimination. You have white supremacists coming the fuck out of nowhere after God knows so many years. Hi, Pook. You have fucking a very decisive line that divides us, and you're either with this group or against this group.
Wow.
And that's where I can see the statement dystopian novel unfolding before my eyes.
That guy didn't fucking experience all that
she
shit,
created
though.
part of it because she released this information and she created it. But Pennywise here can't go fucking around and not acknowledge that either. She needs to Pennywise needs to take some of the blame here.
Whoa. Are you telling me that Pennywise the Clown is the catalyst for all? No, dude, I'm not gonna believe that.
No, I'm not saying the catalyst.
That's like the butterfly effect. It's like the butterfly effect. So they opened up Pennywise box and fucking no way, dude. No way. Not gonna believe. I'm not gonna believe that this individual had anything to do with that. No way. I'm not gonna say that this little fuck, this traitorous piece of shit. Because you know what? What should happen when you're convicted of being a traitor? Then that means you should lose your citizenship. So that way, you get to go to the country of your choice after you get released. Because you may have been commuted of your sentence of being a traitor, but you're no longer an American.
But that isn't how it is, and we have to look at the reality and the facts of the matter. And the other thing here,
I'm making an ethical discussion about this. Isn't that what we're talking about? What the ethics is and not, right? What's up, Combat Crickets?
And the other thing here is, unfortunately, you can't hold you can't hold fucking Manning responsible solely for all the division. But she did create a catalyst because she created distrust. People are already distrusting of the government. People are already distrusting of
It's like protected
what the
information.
US is.
It's like protected information that you have about an employee or about something, about a decision that you're about to make, right? So when you're about ready to make a decision that's protected because you're discussing it, you've not come to a specific discussion or a decision. You have come to merely discussing. You're like making the fucking. It's like you're at the slaughterhouse, right? And you're gonna make some fucking. You decide what are you gonna make when you fuck up this cow, right? You're gonna either make veal, or you can make some steaks, and that's it, right? So you don't want to hear about the brutality or the discussions of making said food that you are about ready to eat. Well, that's what the raw data that was released. Because you know what's really fucked up is when you're able to go on WikiLeaks and see some classified information and see your name on it. Or your buddy's name on it. Or people who have lost their lives with their names on it. Because it was released out to the world. And all Hodge has to do is fucking just open up WikiLeaks, get his account, and, please donate. And that's it. Yes, I've seen my name on WikiLeaks. We were in an area where we were told, yes, you could look at WikiLeaks to check some of the documents that we went out. In the area that I was at, we were authorized to do it. And I looked at it, and lo, fucking behold. You've seen people that you have discussions with, or sit reps, or situations that have happened when someone's been wounded, when there's been a KIA, little information like that, all for everybody to see. All for everybody to see. So then what? Is that ethical? You gotta fucking you gotta accept the whole thing, the whole decision making. That's why the whole reason why when it comes to Intel, and I tell you what, didn't really know much about Intel and how it works until I worked with the kids when I was after I changed out from being a first sergeant, and then they put me in a little holding area, and I was working with some of these kids here, and that's when I got the old warrant officer, the old Intel warrant, telling me the old school way and how Intel works and all that. I'm like, wow, fascinating fucking shit about processing raw Intel. And once I found out exactly what it was, and then that's when the outcome was generated and all this, I was like, wow, okay, yeah, I got it. It's exactly that. It's like fucking, and that's what the analogy was used. Intel's like, you're gonna fucking, and all the information that was released, it's like, you got a cow, you're gonna fucking take it to the slaughterhouse. Now, we're not going to show you what happens when you fucking, put the bolt on the back of the cow's head, ring it up by its fucking legs, saw it down in half, and then decide what you want to eat or what you want to make. Make some steaks, you're going to make some fucking, tacos de carne asada, whatever you want to fucking do. What I'm saying, though, is that when you see your name on there on WikiLeaks, like you could see my name, and my jaw dropped to the fucking floor, and then it ended up being let's see if someone else is in there, and then you start looking at some other stuff. And then we start digging, and like I said, we're at work. We're authorized to do this because we were given permission to go ahead and do that. And then you're like, wow, holy fuck. And you're right, Cos. He had concerns. He was butthurt about something, right? Well, I was about to say.
Where does it legitimately say, and not about the concerns, but where does it say that he didn't bring that up to someone's attention?
He didn't.
That's the thing too. He was a private. He was a private. How many times has a private had a concern?
He was the most worthless
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying anyone we know personally, because I've had good leadership. I know you've had good leadership. But how many times have you heard a private's concerns get brushed away, especially in the toxic environments that some of these bases have?
Well, I mean, and some of these bases they do have some toxic issues and all that. But just because you're being told to do your fucking job doesn't mean it's toxic leadership because you're a fucking private.
Well, where does it say that was what pushed him over the edge? That's my question. Did he actually say that? Did he say, "Oh, I was told to do this, and I stuff like that"? Because that's something I don't know off the top of my head, and my bad for.
You don't know on the top of the head. Wow. Well, we don't have all night to talk about what he went through. I mean, we have to talk about other shit, but his issues were basically of a supervisor. Oh, he had supervisor issues, which everyone's had a fucked up boss. I'm not saying that I've had. I'm not. Whatever. Everyone's fucking fucked up in their own special way. So everyone's have had issues specifically dealing with how they went and handled the Manning case. There was like 15 motherfuckers that were relieved for that shit. Relieved. Because of some of the stuff that was released in their investigation. They had an investigation, of course. Remember what I was telling you about the investigation process, how it works? There were 15 individuals that were identified, saying straight up, to protect the privacy of individuals and below the, whatever, over the course of several months, there's going to be individuals talking about fucking behavioral health concerns that he had and all that. There's a lot of issues that was leading up to it. Motherfuckers, they removed he had discipline problems. They removed the bolt from his weapon because they fucking said, dude, this guy's fucking nuts. Well, I shouldn't say nuts. Kids, oh yeah, he was fucking nuts. Okay, I'll say that. Fuck it. He was sent to Iraq anyways. He had disciplinary issues with fucking in 2010 when he punched a fucking other soldier in the face in Iraq and was removed from a fucking skiff and reassigned to the supply annex, losing all of his fucking access and shit. But by then he'd already fucking, taken all the goddamn stuff from his fucking the classified systems. So people have been relieved as well for this stuff. And what makes me mad is that 15 people were probably the ones that were saying Manning should not have been serving to begin with.
I'm sitting here and I'm listening to you and I'm reading through the reason Manning gave, and it's a crisis of conscience is what she said, and all of it. And that's the other thing. You can't.
What do you mean?
You can't have a crisis of conscience. You can't stop. You can't stop looking at these statistics and information and the dates and times of blah, 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 blah.
No, my biggest thing...
That's what they are.
No, but KJ, but if there's something that I see that's fucked up and all that stuff, it's fucking war.
Exactly.
You were in Iraq. Right now, like I said, the invasion had just concluded. And then all of a sudden it was the Mahdi uprising. So now you're butthurt because you looked at the stats? In operations that I've been involved in, of course there were some civilian casualties. But you know what? Once that all information was collected and given out, I moved the fuck out. Charlie Mike, baby. I went out to the next fucking OBJ. I didn't sit there and fucking worry about, how many civilians that I killed. Man, I was worried about fucking making sure me and my kids got back. And I was more in tune of bringing Americans back home. I'm not saying I didn't give a fuck about the Iraqis, but I'm not going to place an Iraqi over an American. Period. There was no ethical decisions and all that having to be involved. Man, fuck that. If you had an issue about it, then you should have brought it up. Individuals did bring it up. They shouldn't have deployed him. He shouldn't have went. But because of the surge mentality, nobody wants to look at that. So I can't believe that when someone says, "Oh, I just couldn't see. I saw all those casualties. I just had to do that." Oh. It sucks. Oh, what the fuck are you talking about, private? That's toxic leadership. Because you were told to go to fucking work. Because privates have that now. No. Who cares about my 30 years of service? Have my room. Who cares about what rank I have? Have my room. Matter of fact, I have the same room you have, so what's the difference? Who cares? Privates are doing private shit. Sorry, privates. Now that you're in the Army and you're privates and you're privating, guess what? You're privates. Do private shit. Everyone who has been a private has paid their dues being a private. Even yours truly. PV1. We were talking about what rank, who was a private back in the day. PV1 ICE. 19 in the late 80s. Late 80s.
It's only because you re-enlisted because George Washington wouldn't let you keep your current rank.
Well, the PV1, they were like, "Oh fuck, we forgot about this guy. Guess we had to promote him. You are now PV1, not PVT."
I don't know. Manning felt an ethical dilemma, and you're a fucking shitbag for doing what you did, and people's lives were affected in dramatic ways. But the information is now out there.
Yeah, not too late now.
And
yeah. My name's all out there, so if you have access to WikiLeaks and you want to find out who I am, oh, I shouldn't say that.
All right, I'm hold on. I'm logging in now.
Shut up, dude. You better don't be looking at that shit. Nope, don't be sending them shits. You'll have.
I'll send you that tracksuit.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I already got mine. But again, you don't fucking sit there. That's what I keep trying to get to, KJ. There is no ethical dilemma. There is no ethical dilemma when you are in that position as a fucking Intel kid. You're an Intel kid, and you're a PFC. An Intel analyst does what? Gathers all the raw data and all this other stuff. So what the fuck does a PFC with barely a $1.05 of service, who was butthurt because the motherfucker had to come to work anyways? What? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were so smart in Intel, buddy. Hey, Cubby, come over here. Let me show you something. Yeah, you're fucking smart as fuck, kid. I don't think so. Now, again, I pissed off the fucking Army for not getting him involved. They should have done that. But for him to sit there and say, "Oh, there's," what I'm trying to get, KJ, is there's no ethics there. There's no ethics in it. You're an Intel analyst. You're collecting raw intel. If you want fucking information, file a Freedom of Information Act request. The Army places those statistics, and the Department of Defense puts those statistics out anyways. Hey, how many people we lost in fucking D-Day? Fuck, man, we lost several thousand. All right, well, what do we fucking know about that? Well, about a week or so later, maybe 2 weeks later, maybe a year later. Well, yeah, motherfucker. There's nobody keeping fucking count and shit or running, getting all them reports together during D-Day. There was no ethical shit about that. Little fuckbag. I don't feel like I'm a fucking traitor. You're a traitor, dude. Pennywise.
No, he's absolutely a traitor. But the question has been presented.
No, but
where is that? And it's gonna be thought about with future generations that enlist. Where is that line? And I hate to say it, you're absolutely right. They're fucking privates or fucking specialists, even NCOs and brand new fucking lieutenants. But there's gonna be a point where their personal ethics.
Let's not push the luck on the lieutenants, okay?
Okay, but even then, because of this bullshit with Manning and how much attention is happening, personal ethics you're going to start seeing personal ethics start conflicting with orders, lawful orders. And you're already seeing some of that now in some of the units.
Yeah.
Where it's personal things, not just ethics.
No, exactly. No, you're right. They're thinking about themselves. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, you're right. So before a unit. You know what I mean? They're not thinking about fucking, to them, selfless service means it's all about me, and then we might do something about it. You're right.
I don't know. I never had this problem in my fucking unit.
What, ethics?
No. Shoot, move, communicate, kill, go home, get a beer, fuck your wife, etc.
Yeah.
Or husband, if you swing that way. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't care. What you gotta say, Pook? You've been quiet, man.
I'm about to get yelled at.
Pook. Pookie. Crickets.
Pookie. I think he's just listening.
I think he walked away. So, anyways. Yeah, so that was my whole fucking point. Whole point about it.
Fuck Manning.
No, thank you. We'll leave Pennywise to their own devices, and that's it. I just fucking think that to him, just I don't think I'm a traitor. Whoa. Dude, you were convicted. You were convicted. You went to jail. Jail, son. You went to jail. So
went to jail and then did a Vanity Fair cover shoot.
Oh my God, yeah, swimsuit edition. Hi.
Ignore the penis.
Wow,
what's that
KJ,
bulge?
didn't know
my mangina.
Wow, buddy, didn't know you had it in you. All right, anyway, so enough about that guy. Yeah, right. We know about Pennywise. So, there's a big milestone today. Today is we know about that. Today marks the 500th homicide of the year after 10 killed in weekend shootings. Way to go, Chicago! You're hoping to really cut them. You're really hoping to cut fucking street crime. Damn, there are more people getting killed in Chicago right now, more than people in Afghanistan and Iraq.
Okay,
500 homicides.
One of my first shows.
What? You don't want to go to Chicago? What? You like Chicago? You want to go? What?
No. HeyJackass.com, illustrating Chicago values.
Oh yeah. I remember that. Yep.
I'm looking.
Yeah. So Chicago police are trying to make they were trying to make a big cut into the street violence, and they're like, well, we're trying to put more cops out in the street, and we'll make sure that this is going to be dealt with. And then he said that like on a Friday, and then like today it was 10 people there was like up to 10 people killed. That was released. That over the weekend 10 people were killed, and a woman and 2 men were shot. 42-year-old woman was shot. Fucking kids were shot. Pregnant woman was shot. Fucking dude, man, this is fucking crazy. 20-year-old woman shot. 20-year-old woman shot. 30-year-old dude shot. 41-year-old shot. And they mind when I say shot, they're dead. Okay, multiple times in the head, by the way. 15-year-old shot. 27-year-old shot. Dude, it's wow. Again, 10 over the weekend, marking 500. Happy birthday, Air Force. Yep, it's the Air Force birthday day. Yeah, so 500 homicides. It's not even a fucking year, dude. The end of the year's not over.
I have the listing of times from HeyJackass.com as they keep track of all this, and it's all happening around the same time. It's like from 2 in the afternoon to like midnight, and then from maybe around 2 a.m. and then it doesn't start back up again really until 2 in the afternoon again.
Yeah,
and they keep going until 2 in the morning, and then they stop for 12 hours and pick it up for 12 hours. 32 wounded total. That's fucking. This is why I'm honeymooning in the South.
Chicago, dude. All I'm gonna say is Chicago. Yep, Chicago, man. I know nothing about Chicago, so I don't know anything about that. I don't know. Again, I didn't realize Chicago was so fucking bad. Almost as bad as the team that they have out there. I don't. This fucking blows, dude. Pookie, you back? I see you jumping back and forth. You on, bud?
I'm here.
There you go.
Can you hear me?
Combat crickets.
Oh,
crickets.
Oh shit! The crickets are attacking.
Well, we went on a different subject now. If you didn't want to talk about some shit, but if you want to talk, then that's fine.
Oh, I was on the Manning thing, but I'll chill and just hang out with you if you want me to.
Yeah, no problem, man. Anytime. Monday edition is always open to people to strap hang and shoot the shit. Now we're just talking about Chicago and their 500th fucking homicide marked over this and it's not even, dude. It's like September, so we got like a few more months left, and that's it. That's crazy.
It'll hit 700 by the end of the year.
You think so?
I'm betting right now.
You gonna put
Anyone
some
wanna
squares
bet
on
with
it?
me? Let's do it.
You want to put some squares? What are the squares? So what? It's gonna hit how much by the end of the year?
At least 700.
At least 700. See, I think it'll hit about. I think it'll hit close to 9. I think it'll just barely. I'd say it'll be between 8. To me, I'll open up the range more. I'd be between 8 and 9. That's what I think by the end of the year.
Okay.
It is Chicago.
So I'm 7. You're 8, 9. In the between.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah.
AJ?
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm gonna say. Yeah, I'm gonna say about 800. It's. I'm gonna say 800, and at least 120 of them are people shooting themselves in the nuts.
What are you talking about?
Oh, that works.
That works. Yeah, I really don't think that these guys are gonna. Yeah, what I don't get is that I don't understand how that city that is supposed to be a gun-free city has the most restrictive gun laws, almost like California, but not totally like California. They have all these issues.
Hence the gun laws.
Well, I mean, it's more of a. Are people that afraid of firing back? I mean, at that point, if I lived in Chicago, I'd be packing a weapon all the fucking time. I would rather be,
It's against the law to do that, though.
Yeah, they fucking. Yeah, I don't know. It's just some of the self-preservation for me. I really don't fucking feel like if it's safe to have, I mean, I'd be by myself. I'm cool with that, but I would not move my family to Chicago at all. Because then you see Chicago in movies, or you see Chicago and other stuff. It looks just everyone's all happy, everyone's good to go and shit. Everyone's having their fucking lattes and talking about Chicago, and I'm like, okay, cool. And it's not like that at all. It's motherfuckers 10 over the weekend.
I mean, they don't have more. The only thing different from like where I live is they have to have a firearm owner's identification card.
They gotta have a
whoa.
I'm gonna register my firearm and have a license to have it.
No, you don't have to register the firearm. It's just you just got to say, hey, I own a gun to the police, and they get you a card. But it's
no. Why would you do that? Why would you, if you want to go out and purchase a weapon, tell the cops that you have a weapon? Because because what it does is they build a database of everyone who owns weapons, and they'll go in there and fucking confiscate them. That's it.
Yeah, it's not, and the FOID card is not does not authorize for concealed carry, but it is a prerequisite for obtaining a concealed carry license. It's a 16-hour course, 21 years old. It's not much different from where I live. It's just the people. I'm checking Chicago, the actual city now, not just Illinois.
The people. What do you mean? What the fuck are you talking about, dude? The people. No, dude. I am not registered. I'm not giving the cops a listing of all my weapons. You have to file. Wait. So if you buy a weapon, you gotta go. And the cop gives you a card. Is that how it works? How does that work? You want to buy a weapon in Chicago? You got to go and.
You have to, in the state of Illinois, you have to go to a police precinct. To legally possess or purchase firearms, ammunition, Illinois residents must have a firearm owner's identification card.
And a permit.
What?
Nope. I don't see anything for a permit.
No.
That's the ID card is a permit. That's what it means.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a permit.
And then that's just the state. Police, but what about the city? I know the city was trying to crack down even harder.
I'm checking now. I'm looking for Chicago rules only. Chicago
there
ordinances.
Go, America. Gun-free zone is not a gun-free zone.
Nope. No way.
And the last I checked, there was this law that passed a long time ago that stated that if you need a license from the state to obtain something, that you didn't have to pay for it.
Really? In Chicago, right? Illinois or something like that?
Well, no. That might be a federal law, actually, but...
oh, gotcha. Okay.
I might be wrong on that.
Huh.
No, Chicago does not have any extra ordinances other than what the state of Illinois has.
Really? Wow. Okay.
I'm not finding in this cursory look, and even the chief of police is stating in one article, I don't know where people are getting that we have the strictest gun laws because we're just like the rest of the state. What they fail to recognize is we don't have strict gun laws that hold people accountable. So it's not the before, it's the after. That's what the police spokesman is blaming.
Yeah, of course. Cops not going to blame them. I mean, I don't know. I shouldn't say anything about the Chicago PD. They have to deal with motherfucker. I mean, they have to deal with
hoopla shit. I would never want to.
Yeah, exactly, man. You know, those guys are fucking in Chicago just dealing with that stuff, and the next thing you know, fucking, oh yeah, you're gonna go out in the street, but we're gonna make sure that you don't have any backup. But some of those times, I mean, like I said, those I don't care about when cops say that, hey, we need to carry this AR or we need to carry this type of weapon out in the field. Let them have it. Let them have it.
Yeah, and Chicago does not. You got to get your permit. You got to get your permit. There's no open carry. Oh God, Chicago has concealed carry. You must be approved for and receive a license, and you cannot conceal carry in prohibited areas like a school or a police precinct. And
yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, fuck that. Book it. No way, dude.
So I'm a firm believer that an armed society is a polite society.
Of course, Sam Colt made sure that we were all equal. Sam Colt. Again, I don't understand how we it sucks. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it sucks that all those lives were lost, and I mean, a pregnant woman got fucking shot too, and all that. But you guys need to talk to your freaking. How did these people get elected? How they stay elected is what blows me away.
60 years of politics.
Yeah,
is what
dude.
it is.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
We're getting on like Detroit. It's the same way almost.
Oh my
People
God.
don't talk about Detroit.
Well,
it's 60 years of politics.
Yeah.
It's just gone wrong, and it's mostly, I don't want to say the fact, but it is Democratic politics.
Wasn't Chicago the birthplace of prohibition?
I don't know.
I don't know on that. I don't know that one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and looking up their how they're banned under an assault weapons ban, it's just regarding a serial number. If the serial number is missing, it's not legal. I don't know where they got that from.
No, all weapons are like that.
Yeah, you know.
Last I checked, you can manufacture your own firearm.
Correct.
And you don't need to put serial numbers on it, and it's legal.
It is when a weapon has a serial number that has been removed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in other words, if you have a serial number on a firearm and you like take it off, then in some areas filed off, it's fucking. But most manufacturers, anyways, do it for lot purposes and all that. But sometimes some states will say, again, you have a fucking, like you just said, you make your own weapon, and you build your own weapon and stuff like that. Then there you go. The Gun Control Act of 1968 provides all that bullshit. They'll be able to go through and all that. I know the tobacco arms, firearms removed, obliterated, or altered serial numbers are not legal. However, your homemade. If you're making it homemade, take for instance, there are some states that make you. Even if you make your own weapon, like say you're a fabricator and you know how to work metals, and you know how to do you want to build. Because I'm a Old West weapons aficionado, and I love lever action weapons. I have several lever action rifles, and I have a octagon barrel, custom made Henry rifle, and it only has two numbers on it for a serial number, because the barrel specifically was made for this model. But that was.
Oh, you big baller! You got a Henry rifle.
No, come on, man. Henrys used to be pretty cheap back in the day. Now they're they're big baller rifles too. Yeah, you're right. You're talking about the 45-70s and 30-30s. But in some states, like California, require it. So it sucks. I love talking about guns.
I just want to. I want to go. I need to go with 0 in my 30-30. Bad. Like my dog is bumped into where I store it so many times.
Iron sights are for.
Yeah, exactly. You don't sight it in. Are you talking about sighting it in as in just messing around with the leaf sight in the back? Is that what you're talking about?
No. We have an actual optic on it that doesn't interfere with the iron sights.
What did you just say?
I'm so confused.
Wait a minute.
I got to zero my 30-30. I got to re-zero my optic because my dogs have been banging on where it's stored.
I got what you said, but what I'm saying though is that you have a 30-30 lever action rifle with an optic on it.
No. It's a bolt action. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I should have clarified. My bad. No, it's a bolt action.
Murder.
That's about to say.
I got a M77 fucking scout rifle chilling in the house, and it's got a bolt action.
Okay.
And I've never had to zero the thing.
Yeah, some of them are some of the newer rifles, anyways, are coming out at match grade, and they're pretty fucking good. No, I have old Winchesters. So I have low serial number model 1894 Winchester 3030s, and so I just like lever actions. I also have a shortened version of a lever action. It's not really a pistol. You ever see the movie Wanted Dead or Alive with fucking Steve McQueen, and he had that sawed off fucking Winchester? Did you see Zombieland?
Oh God,
yes.
That weapon that Woody Harrelson had, I have one of those. The shortened fucking lever action rifle, except it's a 44 mag. Awesome. So yeah, but anyways, going back with the serial number thing, if it's been removed, it's when it's illegal. Then the purchase of that possession of the rifle or weapon is illegal, unless it was manufactured, pre like 1960s or something like that, and it didn't have a serial number on there. Then obviously, they don't have it on there.
Whatever happened to the Second Amendment? That's my question.
Whatever happened to the Second Amendment, dude?
The same thing that happened to the first.
The same thing happened to the first. Right now, it's getting high. You know what? That's a good point. There are more issues with the First Amendment right now than the Second. Nobody's talking about the Second Amendment right now, right? You don't hear about the gun laws going crazy. You don't hear anybody about, we need to take these weapons off the streets. Because now both groups are rallying their First Amendment rights, and some of them are carrying, like the riots that's going on in fucking Missouri right now about that cop that was acquitted. They're all open carrying. I didn't know you could do that. You could sling rifles and shit. Sling arms, walking around fucking doing the protest.
Singing Kumbaya over fucking Third Reich flags.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's just crazy. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and take a break. We're gonna talk about some people getting relieved, talking about more shit, just blabbing. So, we'll go ahead and top the the next. Yeah, we're gonna go. You know what? Fucking next hour, we're giving another T-shirt out. All right, so pay attention. See, now I'm probably got y'all's attention now because I'm saying we're gonna give you guys a T-shirt, and I'll think of fucking something that'll get me all fucking riled the fuck up to make you guys answer the question or whatever. First person that says blah blah blah.
Free shit.
Yeah, free shit. I'll give you some free shit. And if you guys go ahead and go on Mixer.com /WTF Nation Radio, or you can go to all the TuneIn apps and all that stuff. After the show tonight, they will be loaded up on WTFNationRadio.com. Well, you'll get tweeted if you follow WTFNationRadio.com on Twitter, and you'll be able to get our fucking podcast on iTunes. So, woo, rock on. So I'm gonna kill the Facebook Live feed now, and then everyone get some shots, and I'll see y'all in a sec.
Shots.
Is that actually a picture of the Antichrist crying? I like it. It's tasty.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Hi, Lieutenant. How are you doing? Aw, did you find your land nav point, Lieutenant? Good job, Lieutenant. You get a
Expert Action Badge.
Put on your uniform right?
Expert Action Badge.
Show up to work on time.
Expert Action Badge.
Qualify on your weapon.
Expert Action Badge. Badge of Action.
Find your guide on.
Expert Action Badge.
That's right. Just doing your normal warrior task and drills, you get a
Expert Action Badge.
Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Shit in a bag, Pogue. Badge of Action.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Staring at the world through my rear view, just looking back at the world from another level, you know what I mean? Staring.
Multiple gunshots, spin a block, the fun stops. Niggas is calling cops, people shot, nobody stopped. I wonder when the world stopped. Damn it, last night you get shot while the whole block's down. I will never understand this society. But they try to murder me, then they lie to me. Product of a dumb breed, all my homies try to be. Now the little baby's crazy based off fantasy. Tell me when my enemies flee when they see me. Even thugs gotta learn to take it easy. Listen to the intermission, stretch your heart for a plan. We turning bad boys to grown men. It's on again, I give a holler to my niggas in the darkest corners. Roll a perfect blunt and let me spark it for you. One love from a thug nigga, rolling with a posse full of paranoid drug dealers. To the end, my friend, I'm seeing nothing but my dreams coming true while I'm staring at the world through my rear view. See, I'm seeing nothing but my dreams coming true while I'm staring at the world through my rear view. They got me staring at the world through my rear view. Going baby, scream to God, he can't hear you. I can feel your heart beating fast, guess it's time to die. Getting high, watching time fly. And all my motherfuckers staring at the world through my rear view. Going baby, scream to God, he can't hear you. I can feel your heart beating fast. Smoke a blunt for me too, I'm staring through your rear view.
Staring at the world through my rear view. Going baby, scream to God, he can hear you. I can feel your heart beating fast, guess it's time to die. Getting high, watching time fly. Still staring at the world through the rear view. Going baby, scream to God, he can't hear you. I can feel your heart beating fast, guess it's time to die. Getting high, watching time fly. You know, staring at the world through my rear view. Going baby, scream to God, he can't hear you. I can feel your heart beating fast, guess it's time to die. Getting high, watching time fly. While we'll be staring at the world through my rear view. Going baby, scream to God, he can't hear you. I can feel your heart beating fast, guess it's time to die. Getting high, watching time fly. You know, staring at the world through my rear view. Going baby, scream to God, he can't hear you. I can feel your heart beating fast, guess it's time to die. Getting high, watching time fly. And we'll be staring at the world through my rear view. Scream to God, he can't hear you. Heart beating fast, time to die. Watching time fly. Staring at the world through my rear view. Scream to God, he can't hear you.
And we're back. Part 3 of WTFNationRadio.com's Monday edition. Me and Cuffs. Cuffs taking a break. So it's me and KJ. And I got Pookie joining us now. What y'all doing? Combat crickets.
Are you training the
sorry,
crickets?
I live out in the country. I can't help that, man.
Nothing wrong with that, brother. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. You're merely representing the segment of the staff that is cross-cultured. WTFNationRadio.com hires. We're a very diverse crew. Very diverse crew. So
I'm proud to work with a Bigfoot.
You're proud to work with Bigfoot?
Pookie's beard.
He's not a Squatch. He's cool. Why are you fucking with Pookie, man? He's
I feel slightly offended right now.
I'm about to say, man, he's my boy, man. I'm fucking. That's messed up, man.
I love you, Pook.
Yeah, Pook's good people, man. So it's not one of those things where you could realize that, dude. I'm telling you, Pookie's Pookie. I love me some Pookie. So, but anyways, with his combat crickets. Anyways, what were we talking about earlier? Oh, we were talking about gun laws and firearms and shit like that. We have the First Amendment and the Second Amendment in conflict with each other right now because people are now utilizing their Second Amendment rights to exercise their First Amendment rights, but are they the people that you want to have carrying weapons when there's a protest going on? Do you think that's a recipe for disaster? Do you think that's going to be something that's quiet or not quiet when it comes to that shit?
Disaster is what's gonna happen, man.
Yeah, this is gonna be that one person that's gonna pop. And I think honestly, throughout this whole fucking event of everyone protesting, whatever the fuck they think they're protesting about or what issues they have, I think the law enforcement community has been very restrained. Very restrained. I don't think I've ever seen in such a, I don't know, I'd say about a couple years or so where the police officers were just not, they're just like, okay, we're not gonna, you know what I mean? They fucking, I don't know. They're I don't know. It just seem like they're not.
It's like, I mean, I've watched these things, and it seems like sometimes they have their hands tied behind their back.
Yeah. That and freaking, I don't know. Maybe because I'm used to seeing cops throw the beat down on some fuckers like this.
I think it has to deal with the fact that there's so many people that are so willing to take a video and everything's being recorded that they're also partially a little afraid of their job and the public outcry, you know?
So what? It's their job.
Yeah, that's not.
You're right. It's their jobs, but remember, in some cities like New York, they're outnumbered 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 1. You know, if you numbers at some point do mean something, in public opinion is something that needs to be thought of, especially for an organization that is there to serve and protect. You know, it's a fine but a shitty line that they have to walk.
Well, you did say serve and protect. So the protect part is you know, like, these people are beating people, stabbing people in the necks. You know, what point do they come in and protect exactly is my question.
Well, we saw in previous riots throughout the past couple of years, we've seen them intervene and interfere when things have gotten violent. You know, especially when that officer got acquitted. I think it was I don't remember if it was in Baltimore or Ferguson. I can't remember off the top of my head.
In Missouri.
But the police were there. They escorted him out to safety, and then the city fucking lost it. And they were there protecting people that were getting, you know, they were there interfering and protecting people that were getting hurt and creating a safe area and corralling and trying to control the situation. You know, it's a matter of to serve and protect is not a blanket it is not a blanket of security of, oh, hey, you're going to be 100% okay when you see an officer, because the harsh reality is if there's 20 of them and you're the one getting fucked up and there's one cop, that cop's going to do what he can do. But like I said, it's a fine but shitty line. You know, when does one, you know, I don't fucking know, man. It's just fucking hard. I can't imagine being a police officer right now.
What are you trying to say, man?
With all the scrutiny and all the angst.
You just like totally not painted a picture that I thought you were trying to paint.
Thank you.
No, for real. Okay, look. We know we're very supportive at WTFNationRadio.com of the law enforcement community and first responders. Because, you know, as veterans, we only deployed for a specific amount of time, a few times, and that's it. Leos and first responders are deployed every day. So, like with me, when I said goodbye to the kids and family and said, see ya, I'll be back in a few months, there was a possibility that I may or may not have come back. However, I come home and I come home. Leos do that every day. They do that so they're going out, and that might be the spouse, you know, the husband or the wife's last time, and they see him. And then when that guy comes home from work, or gal comes home from work, however you want to call it, I'll just say because I'm a man, I come home as a Leo, and I bet I'm more than likely that my spouse my wife will be happy as shit to hear me open up that door. It doesn't matter what time it is, and you know, drop the kit, and then kit's another term for battle rattle. So it's a relief. I couldn't imagine being married to a law enforcement individual, knowing that there is going to be in the back of my mind that she may not come back when she goes out. And then
I mean, it's like the same with a soldier.
Yeah,
or soldier, or whatever you want to say, but whatever.
You know, but I was talking more about, you know, because with a soldier, we know that when they go, it's almost like a different sense of fear. So a soldier, when they leave, they're gone for a deployment, and they're gone up to 9 months to a year, and that is the time where you're thinking, fuck, and then they come back, and then there'll be a year or so before they go out and do some shit again or go to another deployment. What I'm saying, though, is that a Leo is daily. It would be for me in the back of my head going, man, she's gonna be gone, and as soon as she jumps in that, you know, she says, bye, honey, love you too, and then she walks out and she goes to work, and that's it. An opportunity would happen where she could get killed in the line of duty. An opportunity can happen to where she is beat the fuck up. Something could happen to her. I mean, just imagine anything. I couldn't even imagine that. I mean, myself, I'm speaking, I couldn't imagine that. And then if she is involved in a police-involved shooting, and then people say, well, Detective so-and-so or Officer so-and-so shot this individual, blah, 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 blah. And then, of course, then my wife has to be the catalyst or the fucking pivot point for a goddamn protest because some fucking punk did something and then didn't do nothing happens, and then the next thing you know, everyone's praising the criminal. Now, the only time that I should see anybody who is, I wouldn't say a criminal to be praised, but once somebody's been thrown in jail and they've been busted, they've been locked up for whatever they've committed a crime for and whatever, and you do your time, you're done. We keep talking about this before. You get out of jail and you're rehabbed, you're good to go. Hey, rock on, put yourself back into society and do something good and reassimilate. That's what it's all about. But in the commission of you being arrested, you kill a law enforcement officer. That's it. You should, the death penalty, straight up. Straight up. There's no. What?
I might disagree with you on that, but I agree with you, and I agree to disagree on that point.
Go ahead, tell me. What's the what is the
Well,
point?
I can give you a scenario. Someone just shows up to your house at like 6 o'clock in the morning, no lights flashing, and they're prodding around your personal property.
And you don't know that
so
they're there.
What you naturally do is defend your property.
Yep.
So.
No, I mean, without a warrant. Yeah, I got it. Until you have somebody knock on your door and say, "Hey, we have a warrant to come into your house," or I need to talk to somebody that's about your family, and we've got some bad news, or blah 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 blah. Then that's when you open up the door, right? That's it. But you're right. That's what I mean is that in the commission of an act, like for instance, you pull somebody over, a traffic stop. Okay, look at all the videos that you've seen of traffic stops, or a law enforcement officer walking up to a guy who's being shady. He's like, "Hey, what you got going on?" Blah blah blah. Like that one guy that got shot in the face a couple times. One guy was walking, the guy just turned, acting like he was all cool on the phone, and then bam, shot him. So, I'm not saying specifically to one point where it's all correct, because just like in every community or in every field, there are some assholes and there are some people who fucking do some shit that's illegal or do some shit that's wrong. But I think we just are supposed to nowadays, a law enforcement officer can't do anything without being called whatever. Just look at the guys that were doing the fucking the guys that are doing the freaking, that hot cops, all that shit. The guys that are doing all selfies on Instagram and all these good-looking, attractive cops. And now,
yes, and somebody went back like,
"Hey, Amy, let me finish." Jesus fucking Christ!
You said hot police officers, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere,
out of fucking nowhere, out of left fucking field, and immediately just fucking cut me the fuck off before I was gonna say my jokes. But go ahead, Amy. Please tell us, Mom. What are you talking about? What? Go ahead, tell me. Go ahead.
With the was it Gainesville officers? Somebody went back to 2011 before this guy was even a cop, and said a Jewish joke. And now they're screaming that he's racist, which, however, I guess not liking somebody as Jewish, that's not racism. But anyway, so yeah, like some troll went back on his Facebook profile like 6 years to find dirt on him. And now the police department has suspended him for something he had done before he was even like hired.
There's a thing called statute of limitations, and, civilly he could probably win that.
Public opinion is different from statute of limitations.
I know, but still, that motherfucker who went back looking it up is dirty, and when the cops fucking suspended him, he can definitely come out ahead of this, but public opinion, he's fucked, because now he's labeled as an anti-Semite.
What was the joke that he made? What was the joke? Did he like throw some Hitler?
I make Jew jokes all the time.
I'm
but
about
I'm
to
part
say, man, are you
Jews,
gonna
so whatever.
you gonna throw the comments out? I gotta fucking, you know. There's no statute of being a horrible person. Are we celebrating the dropping of the atomic bomb? No, actually, that is a play on my age, and that was a newspaper article that has been a newspaper headline that's been altered to indicate my age and the fact that there is an M4 Sheridan tank and my lovely co-host Cubs, who's also a pinup model, who did that to be nostalgic to make fun of my age, and that is an actual newspaper ad or a headline, I guess you would say. So we're not celebrating anything. As a matter of fact, I'm celebrating the fact that we dropped 2 fucking nukes on Japan. So what difference does it make if I'm celebrating the dropping of an atomic bomb? I'm celebrating that we dropped 2 of them. But again,
dropped 3.
Well,
I mean,
but I'm saying, but someone's making a comment. Nathan in the fucking Facebook live chat is saying the fact that, are you making fun of the dropping of the atomic bomb in Japan? All we did was merely altered a previously existing a newspaper headline during the period of time in 1946. Jesus Christ. Anyways, so some of the jokes that he wrote, I guess, what were they said? I can't freaking read that.
I got them right here.
What does it say?
What's the difference between Boy Scouts and Jews?
Okay, there were some Jew jokes.
Yeah, it's normal fucking Jew jokes.
Yeah, no, it's there's normal. You mean there's abnormal Jew jokes? Please do tell.
I'm triggered.
Sure. Like, I find it hilarious. As a Jew, I find it hilarious. What's the difference between Boy Scouts and Jews? Boy Scouts come back home from their camps. Fucking great. That's fucking great.
Okay.
And the next one, the other fucking from 2011. So I find it funny that people will talk about how our government needs to do something about our economy. In reality, it's you. Rant, 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 rant. Gotta love reality. When it hits you in the face, stupid people annoy me. Put them in an oven and deal with them the Hitler way. Ha ha. That's not as funny.
I'm laughing at the fact that they went back in his history and fucking pull his joke. Well, first off, you throwing some jokes like that on social media, you're bound to get fucking, get trolled anyways. And you make any comments like that, then so what did the police department do?
They suspended him.
They suspended him for just for making what? For doing what? What was the reasons of the suspension?
For his social media profile and those jokes, even though he said those before he was hired.
Okay.
So lesson of the day, kids, is if you're getting a government job or any type of, I guess, public servant job, lock down your Facebook shit. Clean it up.
I mean, honest to God truth, you can't even get a job these days without a LinkedIn profile. So, yeah, it's kind of sketch.
Oh God, yeah. So now the thought police. So the individual that found it, did that individual who was trolling him have any bad shit on their fucking Facebook profile?
I don't know. That doesn't even, like, none of the articles bring up who, brought it up to the department's attention.
That's odd. So, back when I was saying, the police officer going out and doing their fucking job and doing their shit. Traffic. I'm going back to the scenario of a traffic stop. Pookie, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about law enforcement that generally like to think that because, like that dude who arrested the nurse. They're talking about people like that will just come on your property snooping around because they think they saw something and all that. Is that what you're talking about?
No, yes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, again, I just don't fucking see too much about the reason why you want to just go off on the fucking cop for everything. The cops can't do anything anyways anymore. You get a ticket, not the fact that you're driving 150 miles an hour in a school zone. They just immediately fucking says because you're racist, you're feminist, you're transenist, whatever you want to call it, and then because it's because the cops are fucking jackbooted individuals is what they're saying, and that's it. Not the fact that you. Like, if you could commit a murder in front of a cop nowadays, and as long as you say the cop did do this, the cop beat me, the cop this, the cop that, and have irrefutable evidence of you being filmed doing it, then the cop's got nothing to stand on. At all. So, yeah, the whole idea, hot cops. Hot cops. Now, what I was saying before I was derailed is that they also had females doing the shit. Ice loves MPs. So now there's lady Leos out there. And then
boobies.
Then the canines were doing that. Now the dogs are involved. The hot cop dogs. So now
keep the furries away.
Yeah, keep the furries away. So this dog is probably going to be freaking. This dog is probably the dog. What? And then you notice they all had German Shepherds. So what's going to happen when they trace the lineage of German Shepherds back to dogs that were guarding camps?
Racist.
Do we want to go back that far now? Do we want to start playing that fucking ridiculous game? How about we do an Ancestry.com test on people and start going back to this fucking specific type of eugenics that people are trying to go back? They tried that one fucking time, and we had a fucking war over it. So I'm getting tired of fucking all this shit of everyone just getting stupid and saying that it's because of this and saying it's because of that. Look, what was the context? Was it bad? Yeah, bad. Is the guy Jewish?
I mean, last time I checked, we all came from Africa.
Well,
so,
my point being is that is the guy who made the comment Jewish? What is the guy's faith that made the comment about the Jews? What was his faith? Because
does it matter?
Well, it doesn't. Oh, I don't know. It's Jackie Mason. Do you know who he is? Do you know who he is?
Nope.
Nope.
Wow.
Since there's no skin off my back, you're making people take skin off my back kind of scenario.
No, Jackie Mason is the guy. He's a comedian, Jewish. All he talks about is being Jewish. Is the father of all Jew jokes. That's all he talks about is being Jewish and Jew jokes and all that, and people laugh at his stuff and all that sort of shit. If you were to look at some of the TV shows back in the 70s and 80s with like Johnny Carson and all that shit, the Rat Pack, Don Rickles and all that. If you were to watch those videos from the 70s and 80s, like Richard Pryor, have you ever watched Richard Pryor's fucking shows? Stand-up comedy acts? Watch his shit. People would be talking out of...
Richard Pryor's shows would offend the fucking piss out of everyone right now.
That's what I'm saying.
If you had Richard Pryor or fucking Willy Wonka, I forgot his name, Gene Wilder, today.
Oh my God.
It would be outrage. It would be like the Ben Shapiro Milos of today.
Yeah.
People would be rioting, fucking half of fucking California would already be detached.
I mean, honestly, what happened to a joke is a joke. Get over it, you know.
No. Now
today
there's only
end of the world.
No, there's only a joke if the individuals that can say it's funny.
What?
In other words, like the people who are in the Emmys, who are in charge of the enemies, who are at the enemies. Sorry, Freudian slip.
Emmys, yeah, the Democratic Emmys. National Convention all over again.
Yeah, exactly. Those individuals that were there, that were talking all that crap, they are the ones that say what's funny or not.
So comedy is dead now.
Well, yeah, I mean, like that movie Stir Crazy with Gene Wilder and fucking Richard Pryor that came out in 1980. Going to prison for a crime they didn't commit. Everyone thought it was the most racist fucking movie ever. Everyone thought it was the most freaking, oh my God, I couldn't believe that this movie was even made, and how the fuck did this movie happen? Why did this fucking movie happen? And blah, 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 blah. And this is fucking racist, and this, 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 and this. The writer, a Jew. The director, Sidney Poitier. That's how fucking crazy it is, man. That's how fucked up this world is that they're talking about. Now that, to me, KJ, is dystopian. That you can't sit there and watch you can't watch a movie with Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder without people going nuts.
You know, Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, how about to say, don't even
Blazing Saddles get crucified.
Yeah.
Fucking Spaceballs. Spaceballs will get crucified.
Yeah.
All that shit.
Three Amigos.
Three Amigos.
Oh God, that's cultural appropriation.
Yeah. I mean, The Frisco Kid. Did you ever see that movie with Gene Wilder? The story is about a Polish rabbi who wanders through the Old West trying to lead a synagogue in San Francisco. He's almost burnt to the stake by Indians, okay? That's fucking craziest movie.
That's insane.
All written, again, people don't realize everyone's like, oh, yes, I only watch movies about the classic with Sidney Poitier. You mean the same Sidney Poitier that directed Stir Crazy that you said was the most racist fucking stereotypical movie about prisoners and all this other shit? Written by a Jew. Unfucking real.
Fucking Looney Tunes. Someone brought up Looney Tunes. Stefan. Fucking Foghorn Leghorn. Fucking Sylvester and Sylvester the Cat and all that jazz. Why do you think they have the new one that's so meme-y?
I mean, I've sat and watched the new cartoons today, and they are nothing compared to the old ones.
Well, I mean, and there's only a few shows that I let my kids watch anyways, because some of it just gets a little weird. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm watching it, and I feel uncomfortable watching it, not because of the...
No Adventure Time for your kids.
Well, I mean, I don't know, man. My kid didn't really fucking get upset when he saw the commercial for it, and I was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? He was laughing at the fucking clown. And I don't understand is that how anyone could say that's entertainment and that's not, you know what I mean? I get it. The new kids, the kids nowadays, kids these days, I don't want to sound fucking old. Kids these days don't know anything about cartoons. They think Yosemite Sam is fucking racist. Bugs Bunny. Have you seen one of the original Bugs Bunny movies? Have you seen...
I've seen a bunch of them.
Have you seen because I have a collection on disc of the World War II propaganda ones that we played to purposely have them to piss off the enemy, to get our troops all riled the fuck up, to get them pumped. You know what I mean? And
exactly. I just saw one the other day. It was like it was a Donald Duck cartoon.
Yep.
It was a spoof at the Japanese. I'm like, oh, okay.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly, Dick. Look at Blazing Saddles.
That fucking bell scene. Keep bringing up Blazing Saddles, and all I can think of is the bell scene.
Blazing Saddles. Fucking dude, that's classic.
Yeah, at one point, you got to just like take comedy and racism and like kind of merge them together and be like, that's funny. There's stereotypes. Yes, there's stereotypes. I'm a hillbilly. Of course, like I like to drink moonshine. Like that's true. Some stereotypes are true.
Yeah. No, but my point being is that Blazing Saddles, the whole story of Blazing Saddles was a corrupt politician appoints a black sheriff just because he said he's going to ruin the town. And it ends up being the savior of the goddamn town. And look what happens. Everyone had the ass about that. Unreal. So, again, people need to chill the fuck out. All the movies that all the movies that everyone's fucking said, ooh, an American classic, and he's an icon and all that. Apparently, it's okay. It's not okay to fucking. It's not okay to make fun of Muhammad Ali, but it's but it's okay to make fun of Richard Pryor because he was whatever. Man, fuck that dude. One of the most classic comedians ever. Gene Wilder, classic freaking one of the best comedians ever. Growing up, I mean, you got to remember Blazing Saddles was Stir Crazy came out in 1980.
Walker's Chocolate Factory.
Yeah. Came out in 1980. In 1980, I was.
You're already 75 years old.
You've already, deployed 30 times.
Just came back from the bulge. Anyways, no, dude, it was one of those fucking things where that was I remember those classic movies, and then I bring it up in conversation now as an adult or adulter, I'm more adult than I normally am, I guess. And they're like, oh, what's your favorite comedy? And they'll bring up some like shit that to me is too new. And like, oh, I like the classics, Oh, you watch those Turner classics? I'm like, dude, man, I watched that class. Did you see what was your favorite? What's your favorite? One of your favorite comedies? Oh, fucking Blazing Saddles. And I'm
like, you racist.
You are racist. I'm like, I just said I liked the movie. You didn't even know what part I liked. You know what I mean? Or what I'm saying. They're making fun of fucking the whole movie was making fun of Big Her-like type of movies back in the day, but made it a Western, like a spaghetti Western. Nobody fucking talks shit about Mel Brooks, right?
Oh, you leave my the leader. You leave that Jew alone, man. He's up there with Adam Sandler, man.
Mel Brooks produced all those movies back then.
Yeah, but I'm about to say, but the thing was that he even made his movies what would be considered. Everyone's like, well, he's racist. He's making fun. He was making fun of everything back in the day. He grabbed onto a subject that was too touchy to talk about. Dude, when you can get Sidney Poitier to direct one of your fucking movies or something like that, that's fucking, you're not racist. Sidney Poitier is one of the most accomplished
Robin
actors,
Hood Men in Tights even made racist jabs, and it was funny as shit back then.
That was no one said shit. Now you can't even say Pennywise to Pennywise, and then people will freak the fuck. People are gonna probably get pissed off at me for saying Pennywise. Mixer's probably blowing. I'm probably gonna get probably gonna get fucking banned from Mixer again for 72 hours for talking about Chelsea Bradley Manning being called Pennywise. Manning-wise. I'm frustrated with that shit. I can't watch a good movie without motherfucking politics being involved. I can't watch, can't watch fucking, oh, I'll tell you what, that's a good point there, KJ. He is a good man because he produced one of the greatest novelists of the zombie apocalypse ever. His son, Max Brooks, wrote World War Z, the book. He didn't do no fucking screenplay with this.
The book was awesome.
The book was fucking awesome.
The best.
Dude, that was the best fucking reading. That was because he did his research. He fucking knocked it all out and was able to war game every fucking scenario for the zombie apocalypse. Number one rule of Zombieland, guys, cardio.
Fun little fact about Max Brooks. When they did the Halloween episode for Deadliest Warrior and they did zombies versus vampires, he fucking consulted. Prior to coming on that show, he consulted the shit out of like the Center for Disease Control and fucking FEMA and what they would do and how long it would take for the U.S. to get overrun.
Yeah.
And like out of consulting them, they eventually came back to him for the whole joking zombie apocalypse thing. I love fucking Max and Mel Brooks. Those guys are the best.
Wow, did not mean okay. That's what I'm talking about. So you're fangirling. So if we get them on here. WTF Nation Radio. Woo. Thanks, Spooky. I haven't heard that in a while. So you're going to go woo, woo, woo over Max and Mel? They come on here?
I can't woo like you can, but whatever. I did it.
Good attempt.
I'll probably keel over and cry, get on my knees, start bowing to the computer.
Yes, you're right. Look up Richard Pryor's super N-word.
Oh, 7 words you can't say on TV.
Yes. Oh my God.
The super
That's
N-word.
still my favorite.
Yeah,
comedy.
exactly.
Still my favorite stand-up.
They were racist. It was a time of day there, Nathan. Nathan says that they were racist. They were racist. I'm so glad, Nathan, you are the key. Are you the proponency of racism?
You know what cracks me up though is like
They're
people
racist.
that spent any time in the military. Period. The least racist people on earth.
Are in the military.
And we get called racist all the time.
Oh yeah,
according to
exactly.
media.
Exactly. They're racist. It was racism at the time. Wow. Sidney Poitier directing a major movie with a lead black actor. Yeah, pretty racist. Sounds like it was racist to me.
Yeah, Stefan, you're entirely right. Stefan said in the Mixer chat that FEMA announced that preparing for the zombie apocalypse isn't necessarily a bad thing because it gets people ready for a real emergency. And yeah, that's why they did it, is to attract.
Is to get
I
you
can't believe I'm
prepared.
gonna say this. My generation, the newer ones, to prepare.
They were racist.
Sorry, I want to acknowledge Stefan and ignore the jackassery. They were racist.
They're racist. Everyone's racist. Shut up, bitch. You're a racist.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
You're white. You're racist against white people.
You're racist. You're racist.
I don't use white tissues anymore. I use multicultural, and
What does that
they were
look like?
picked from multiple different continents of cotton.
Whoa! Stop!
And,
Stop!
My tissues
Whoa,
are the
stop.
most tolerant of tissues out there.
I don't think so, son. You know why? Because cotton's racist.
Oh yeah, you use cotton, man. You're done. You're
Yes,
done, dude.
Cotton is racist. There was somebody who posted on social media that they had some decor in Holly Lobby or something like that, or Bed Bath & Beyond or some shit. And
Hobby Lobby.
Then
It was Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, and it was a picture of the cotton fall whatever twigs, so that way you can put on your wall. You know, all that deco shit.
It was a piece of cotton.
Yeah. What was on? Anyways, so they said it's racist. Racist. It's racist because it triggers people. So cotton on a stick triggers people for decor. Why?
I just wonder when potatoes will become racist.
No, I'm just everything.
Jay McGregor wins against Mayweather.
No, but everything is getting to the point where it's ridiculously being called fucking racist. Everything is racist. Again, we have had this discussion. I want to know, being a representative and a faculty member of the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence, I want to know if there is a racist center of excellence that we can find out where we can get all this knowledge of what the banned words are or what is considered racist or not racist, so that way we can cross-reference our stuff. So that way, Berkeley's racist too. We want to know exactly so that way we could find out and able to disseminate this information to you guys at WTFNationRadio.com and US Army WTF to ensure that you're not given any racist views. Because we want to make sure that racism is applied purely by individuals that know what racism is and is not through historical fact and statistics. Because we want to know. We want to make sure, because I know the way I thought the definition of racism is discrimination against one's skin color and skin color, right? Race. Isn't that what it's all about? Isn't that what the term racism stands for? Is that the definition basically of skin color?
Definitions have been known to change, man.
No, but it's just someone's of a different race based on a belief that their own race is superior, which is like the fucking textbook fucking Wikipedia, Webster's New England Dictionary of the word racism. It is antagonism, discrimination, and prejudice against someone of a different race, believing that they're that one superior is right. That is a true one, is racism. That's it. We stop at that. We're talking about race here. We're not talking about religion. We're just talking about race.
I'm triggered by you only talking about race and not religion.
Oh, well, me too.
Well, I don't care about that stuff. Because we always talk about that. Like you were just saying there, Pooks. Being veterans in a unit, show up to formation. I say fall in. Platoon sergeants receive the report. So-and-so out of ranks. So-and-so this is that. We're so-and-so out. Okay, cool. Roger that. 3 bags full. Enjoy PT. Make sure you guys come back. Make good more stables 9:30. Y'all have a good one. And then platoon sergeants take charge, and then we all fucking go to BT. That's it. That was it. Everyone's like, Roger that, 3 back. There was nothing racist in doing first formation. As a matter of fact, I've had different races of either white or black or Asian or Pacific Islander, all of my platoon sergeants. Didn't matter. However, there was no race involved. I mean, we all bleed camo, green. I'm glad green's coming back instead of those fucking pixels. We all bleed green. That's all that should matter. So, don't get triggered. Who cares?
I'm slightly triggered by your comment right there.
But having a racist center of excellence, so that way they could tell us what is racist or not. How about, I shouldn't say that because that sounds like it's more fucking racist, not really racist, not combatant
I
racist
mean, if
center.
it's the racist center of excellence, that means they're the center of the excellent racists.
So they would be able to. We would be able to talk to a race like the character Dave Chappelle portrays.
And keep him.
Yeah, the blind racist, but he's black.
I keep imagining like it's a hotline. Like, thank you for calling the racist center of excellence. Press 1 if you'd like to talk about white people. Press 1 if you'd like to talk about Asian people.
No,
press 2 if you'd like to talk.
It would be more like the racist center of excellence would like to inform you that we're going to have no months for anything. There is no month for anything at all. We want to. Hi, I want to call. I want to know: is this considered racist? What are you saying? Well, First Sergeant Ice said that he said "fallen in the morning" and all that. What did he say? Did he call you your names? Nope, it's not racist. And that's it. Hangs up the fucking phone. That's it. No fucking discussion about racism or whatever. So I really don't get the whole point. Well, I mean, should we say the combating racism center of excellence? The center of excellence for combating racism. There you go.
There we go. But on the other side of the spectrum, there'll be the center, the politically correct center of excellence.
They should have like awarenesses and shit, though. If we want to be inclusive, there should be no awareness month, nothing. Morgan Freeman said best, right? Morgan Freeman said there shouldn't be any of that shit. We should not. Well, of course, we're going to be aware and understand your culture and your heritage. Well, that's why we got fucking all these other holidays that are mixed in. Whatever, it doesn't have to be at work. But
forgive and forget, man.
Yeah,
that's what I always say. But whatever.
Some people just can't get over it. They can't forget. They want us to forgive them about other shit, people that are like that, but then immediately bring up other shit that should be forgotten as well. Forgive and forget. Yeah, Morgan Freedom, exactly. We called him Morgan Freedom because we like Morgan. He brought up he was talking to somebody on CNN, and he was talking about the fact that should there be a Black History Month? And he made a comment about that, and everyone shit their fucking pants.
Yep, I've seen that.
Because he says bullshit. He called bullshit on a lot of stuff.
Morgan Freeman don't give a shit.
He don't care.
He's at that point where it's like, no, fuck y'all are retarded.
No, but he's always he's always kind of seeing what was the reason to do it. That's why we kind of say Morgan Freeman, Morgan Freedom.
I mean, I can bring it to a philosophical kind of thing. Is if you have a scab and you keep picking at it, what's going to happen to it?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to just keep scabbing up, right? But if you stop picking at it, one day it'll disappear.
Yeah. I mean, there was even people when he did the video that people tried to fucking say it wasn't true. There's no way he said that. No way he didn't say anything about racism. There's no way that he said.
Denialists are the worst.
Yeah, he said that didn't happen.
Hey, which month is Jewish History Month? There isn't one. Oh, why not? Do you want one?
That was Morgan Freeman talking about that shit.
Which month is Jewish History Month? There isn't one. Oh, Why not? Oh, come on. What do you do with yours? Which month is White History Month? No, come on. Tell me. Well,
Yeah. Morgan Freeman don't play that shit.
Born, where were you born? Me? Yeah, Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
It's like you ask, what's his name, Neil deGrasse Tyson, like the smartest man on the planet right now, and everyone says,
All right, hang on.
Where were you born? Me? Yeah, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Baton Rouge General Hospital. Baton Rouge. There you go. No, I don't either. I don't want a Black History Month.
That's fucking Morgan Freeman, dude. Morgan Freedom. He don't want that shit.
Oh, man.
He doesn't want it. Why? Because he doesn't feel like it's a fucking issue to bring up. God damn, we all fucking know about it. Fuck, we know it exists. Do our best to do it. You make a fucking comment and start saying, well, y'all this and y'all that. Y'all throw some y'alls in it. Just like that, there's a woman going off on a dude for having a fucking service dog. I'm tired of y'all white people doing this shit. I can't believe I fucking said it.
It's not gonna end if you keep perpetuating
exactly.
shit. It's never gonna end.
When I run up to a scene and I'm pulling fucking security, I don't look at your fucking race while I'm in uniform. I am still in uniform, by the way. So if when I'm pulling up on the OBJ, we're over to kick some ass and you know, do some cordon searches, then guess what? I don't walk up to you and say, "Hey man, you're oh, I'm not digging on this." No, man. No, I don't do that shit. It's fucking our jobs, dude. I don't fucking get it. You think that's awesome, Nathan? There you go. There's a fucking t-shirt, Nathan.
Holy shit.
There you go, Nathan. Fuck yeah. Morgan Freedom. So pick a shirt.
Random.
Sorry, I had to do fucking random. There you go, Nathan. Go ahead, PM. Go to facebook.com/WTFNR. Like our page too, motherfucker, on WTF Nation Radio. PM the WTF Nation Radio page on Facebook. Not U.S. Army WTF moments. Go on to... So you are the other winner of the United Hero Apparel t-shirts. But you guys didn't win. Check out, there's unitedapparel.com and unitedheroapparel.com. Posted on the link right there. You'll be able to grab your shit. Check it out. Check out their t-shirts. They're balling. So... Oh, now everyone wants to...
Check the page out.
Yeah, check the page out. It's good shit. So there you go. Make sure we get the... Make sure we get them digits. Nathan. You catch that, Amy, in the fucking Facebook live chat?
I did.
Okay.
I'm waiting for my computer to do whatever.
All right. Well, make sure Morgan Freedom gets his fucking t-shirt. We'll be good to go. But anyways. Shit. Let me pull up some stuff right quick. There was something I was going to pull up. You know what I forgot to do to fucking night? And I'm disappointed. Bad host. Bad boss.
There's a show like every day this week.
Yeah, dude. I was, like I said, I kind of fucked up my Morgan Freedom shit. You guys are never gonna let me live that down, are you? My dearest Jessica, us today said that we were talking about Morgan Freedom. Morgan Freedom. So let me pull up my cut sheet right quick, so we can talk about what's going on tonight, or what's going to go on throughout the week or throughout the month on WTFNationRadio.com. So, on Wednesday, the 27th of September, we have Laura Bauer from the Operation Family Caregiver. Operation Family Caregiver coaches the families of returning service members and veterans to manage the difficulties they face when they come home. OFC is their acronym, I guess. OFC is a personalized program tailored specifically to the struggles of each family. Through proven methods, the program teaches military family members how to best to deal and navigate their challenge, resulting in a stronger, healthier family. That's pretty cool. And then we have Keith David on the following day on Sword is Time. He's going to be coming on from Task Force Dagger. Task Force Dagger is a foundation that provides assistance to wounded, ill, or injured U.S. Special Operations Command members and their families. They respond to urgent needs, conduct recreational therapy, adaptive events, provide next-generation health solutions for issues facing our service members. They are the rallying point to combat TBI, post-traumatic stress, and environmental exposures. Their cohesive programs enable families to seize the moment and live life. Keith David from Task Force Dagger. That's good shit. Good job, girls. 6th October. It's a Friday. God, we're already going to go in fucking October, man. Shit. Brian Jacobs from Vets to Success. Vets to Success is a nonprofit program that creates programs for veterans to rehab through food and brew programs. That's what I'm talking about. So eat and drink beer? Is that what it's all about? Is that what it is? Organization.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say, dude. Eating and fucking drinking beer. I'm down with that. The purpose, yeah, dude. They should have food and moonshine programs too, but maybe we'll talk about that when we'll see what happens when they come on. Organization's purpose is to inspire, mentor, and educate and change the lives of homeless and displaced veterans and impact the communities in which they live. This program was created after the loss of the founder's younger brother to a veteran suicide, as well as the founder's personal battle and readjusting back into his local community with food and brew as his guiding passion. Oh man, this guy's a foodie and a beery. What do they call that? What do they call foodies, right? People who they're all into food. But what do you call somebody who's all into beer? Pookie?
Brewhead.
And I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that's what they call people who are really into beer. They call them. That's you. They call you Pookies, because you love the beer. Shows veterans a path that they too can share and have a new purpose in life through something they love. Don't forget, we have our partners of Warhorse for Veterans and Project Overwatch. Make sure you jump on their Facebook pages and on their .orgs and check them out. Great groups partner with us. With that, shit, did we get the deets on this guy? So that way we can go ahead and unpin the comment.
I'm waiting for my computer to load.
Okay, no worries. So send the inbox, send your information, Nathan, to the inbox at facebook.com/WTFNR. And then, you know what? Fuck it. I'll tell you what, every time I come on, I'm giving some shit away. You never know what I'm going to give away. Fuck it. I might be giving 2 shirts away, or I might be giving 1 shirt away. You fucking never know. So, what do you think of that, huh? Whatever. I'll do what I want. The other hosts are going to be giving shirts out too, and other prizes. So don't worry about it. It's not just going to be my show or whatever. There'll be some other people coming on and giving up the loot. So, anywho, with that, you guys got anything for me? Who?
Cash me aside.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Shots, and then y'all have a good one, and I'm going to y'all take it easy and take it easy. So, shots.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Hi, Lieutenant. How are you doing? Aw, did you find your land nav point, Lieutenant? Good job, Lieutenant. You get a
Expert Action Badge.
Put on your uniform right?
Expert Action Badge.
Show up to work on time.
Expert Action Badge.
Qualify on your weapon.
Expert Action Badge. Badge of Action.
Find your guidon.
Expert Action Badge.
That's right. Just doing your normal warrior task and drills, you get a
Expert Action Badge.
Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Shit in a bag, Pogue. Badge of Action.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Action Badge.
When the la-la hits, your lyrics just split ya. And your plan, is it to rock the tri-state? Almost gold, 5 G's to show dates? Or do you want to see about 7 digits? Fuck hoes exquisite, Cali, great place to visit. I'm going, back to Cali. I'm going, back to Cali. I'm going, back to Cali. I'm going, back to Cali.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its scenes while I was sleeping, and the vision that was landed in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp, I turned my collar to the cold and damp, and my eyes were staring by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking. People hearing without listening. People writing songs and voices never shared, and no one dared to spend the song of silence. Fools say that you do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you. Hey, my God, that I might reach you. But my words, like silent raindrops fell, and echoed in the wells of silence, and the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made, and the sign lashed out his warning, and the words that it was forming, and the sign said the words on the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls, and whispered in the of silence.
The bitches, they love visuals.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.